that loading in the bottom right, because that's it's just, it feels like it's just loading a long time. I see that my game has locked itself to 30 FPS. That's all right, cool, sure. Krill, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming for 6 months. I appreciate it. Cool. I'm hoping the mouse will disappear when it registers the controller inputs, because otherwise that's something to complain about. Alright. 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 Fair enough. Yeah, it went away. Good, okay. Ooh, my game chugging. What settings have you set me at? What have you done? Borderless, VSync off, fuck you. Yep, not FOV. 60 FPS, please. Yes, please. Thank you. Detail settings. You set me at reasonable stuff, I guess.
Everyone else, like a dragon made me
turn things down a little bit. Make sure we're hitting all motion ball. All motion ball, that's going off. It's usually...
Great announcements today.
It's usually the real-time reflection stuff that is a bit fucky, isn't it? I'll leave it on for now, but I'm fairly certain it's usually that stuff. Hey, yo, mute when not in focus in the options. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, I don't remember any of the other RGG games having that. Neat. Neat. Alright, now, thank you for the Prime for 2 months, and Gobahoko, thank you for the Prime for 16 months. Yeah, word's hard. We on English? Yep. English is faster for the speedrun. If the thing that I'm hoping to try works. Please ignore the fact I'm verticaling my camera, thanks. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the, English is the fastest dub for the speedrun. If the thing... There's something that I'm hoping works. If it does work, it's gonna be fantastic, but I don't think it's going to work, sadly. I think this should all be fine as long as it's locked 60, and yeah, that'll do for now. My vertical... Yeah, okay, cool. I like how exit game is in the options. Oh, it's here as well. Interesting. We also have kite files. Because I have, obviously, the kite files as well. So if we get enough time, maybe we'll do kite files as well. But... Alright. Let's see what Lost Judgment is like on PC, shall we? Interested to see if it is any faster. I don't think it's going to be that faster, because on PS5 it's already, like, blisteringly fast. So, let's find out. While I drink my tea. 3, 2, 1, go. I look forward to seeing what the port is like as well. Hopefully good. I think it's set as default, yeah. Hopefully good. Oh, we'll get a feel for it as we go through. But I'm hoping the bloody Yakuza 4 controller trick works for this game, because that would be amazing if it did. That'd be absolutely amazing if it did.
Hey, Tak, you read me? You gonna be
Let
okay?
me read you, Kaito.
Or do you need the detective basics manual?
Kaito-san, please. Like a tail
Get to hear Greg Chun again.
The manual says to keep your
Good old
eyes
Crispin Freeman's
open,
Kaito.
actually.
Although Kaito Files Japanese is faster for the DLC. Dynamic Type, thank you very much for the 100 bits.
Rent again.
Must be my imagination.
Stop. Good start. Yep, good. Still working. How does it feel on PC? I literally started a minute ago. I cannot give you a serious answer. I literally started a minute ago. I'm running late from this hiding spot, so I'm having my tea. But yeah, there's going to be a couple of things I want to try in regards to this run. Now, that's different. That's different. The interesting thing about that is, I think on PlayStation 5, I'm dead certain... Yep, can't skip. Okay, so they haven't added any new skills. I'm dead certain it was circle to close that window instead of X. So, also, it's so nice to play this game with a DualShock 4 instead of a DualSense. It's not going to cramp my hands anymore. I'm happy. I'm happy. I get to use the controller I like. Let's see if this trick works, shall we? Get rid of Kosuke fast.
Whoa. Oh,
it was a bit too close, that's fine.
Guess it's okay.
So, he's going to go down there. We're going to interrupt him in a second to make sure that he moves a bit faster.
Oops.
Yep. Now he'll
Probably
leave.
nothing.
I'm still in green, so I'm still good. I need to be a bit careful here, because he's going to go over there. As long as I don't walk into anybody, we'll be good. He's going to turn around in a second. That's why I'm not going too fast at this point. You don't want to jump over this too early, because he will hear you. Turn around. And then at the very end, he shouldn't turn around again. So far, it's working exactly like it should do, like in the console version. So that's good so far. This technically counts as a hiding spot. Very hidden. Very, very cool. Very hidden. Very cool. Very hidden. Alright. Sometimes I'm going to pause these to see if any of these cutscenes are these extra cutscenes are skippable that weren't in the console version, but I don't expect them to be. Alright. Fight time. Probably didn't need to do that one, but it's fine. Shame. I should have gone for this guy first. Okay. Yeah, I should have gone for that guy first. It's fine.
How's it going, Fruit?
It's fine. Lawful Geek, thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 19 months. I appreciate it. Oh, good tea. Yeah, Yakuza RGG fans in general are eating good today. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Yeah, we'll probably never figure out like why these weren't originally coming to PC, and that's fine. Let's see if the funny thing works, shall we?
Oh yeah.
So the nice thing about Kosuke here is that he can't actually see very far. So even though, you know, we're literally right here, he can't actually see us for some reason. Oh, Kosuke. There you go. So, yeah, definitely this is working exactly the same as it does on console. He's gonna head off now. As long as I'm careful and just don't walk into any obstacles, that should be it. He'll turn around once to Popo, and that's it. Just in case I sit on the left-hand side, but no, we're good. Yeah, no, we're good. Not bad, not bad. Very good, very smooth so far. Very, very good, very smooth so far. But we'll see time-wise what the difference is between console and this when we get out of this. I don't think the prologue's going to be a good, like... Now. Still works? Still works! Still works. Perfect. I was hoping that they would let you just take a picture of literally nothing. Good. Good. Who did these ports? No idea. I didn't see a Q-Lock logo, so maybe not Q-Lock. Like, actually, maybe not Q-Lock, because I didn't see a Q-Lock logo. I still get to get annoyed by these action sections, though. I still get to get annoyed by these. Apparently not Q-Lock, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it will have been in-house or, like, somebody else, so... But so far, so good. So far, very so good. Feels exactly like it did on console. Same item. That's good. Yagami? that's not necessarily PC version. These bits are just weird. That is what I was a little worried about. These bits are just weird. That is not the PC version. I've had that happen so many times on consoles.
Hit a wall here.
What's that supposed to
By jumping down here, we actually skip a tutorial window.
Look, my hands are tied right now.
Shots.
Everything's under control.
And Tiger time. And Tiger time. Let's do this. Charge. He even does the little backstep like on console. Like I don't do a backstep there, but sometimes Yagami actually does a backstep there. Neat. So they've even got that down as well.
All right, let's go.
Oh, damn it. That's me. So that's good. Good. Just want to check. Just want to check. Alright. Through the boxes. Grab the keys.
Too close.
And run back. Cool. Did I limit the FPS? Well, at the top right of the screen, you can see the word 60 FPS. I like that. I like that little guy down there.
Got it.
God, I forgot how much better the lockpicking in Lost Judgment is compared to OG Judgment. It really is not as rigid, which is nice.
Okay, makes sense.
Throw a coin, choke out. Good, still works.
Take a nap, bud.
Okay. But yeah, this is kind of just a way to feel out whether like we need to do anything else in regards to this run on PC, and also whether it's like gonna be as fast or like slower. I'm not gonna PB considering, you know, I haven't done this run since Fast Pace of Pride a month ago, so it's definitely like it's not a run that I expect to PB, but I want to see how close it gets. I want to see how like actually quick it is. That's why I'm running it up against my PS5 splits. Here, just use the EX. Let's hit this guy as well. Oh, everyone together? Ooh, good fight. Good fight. Very good fight. Exceptionally good fight. Oh, damn. Let's go.
Now you're really asking
Remaster
for it.
Kenzan as well in a few years' time? Nope, because Kenzan requires mass amount of story reworks. Kenzan's story would not fly with the age rating boards in the West. Okay, you can still pre-jack the positions. Very good. Very, very nice. Very, very good. This is an interesting bounce that doesn't happen on console. See, it's going to be important to test this because, like, if the Koana chase later on goes like wrong because of like higher FPS, that's going to be a problem. Big problem.
Was gift subbed a while back. Figured I would resub since I watch you a bunch on YouTube.
Yo, my team's full. Thank you very much for the tier 1 for 2 months. I appreciate it. Interesting. Usually he's further ahead on the console version. Again, not that that's going to change anything, because he just runs ahead here. Interesting. Alright. Okay, cool. So far, so good. So far, nothing different. So far, everything smooth as butter. So far, everything real smooth as butter. Very nice. Now for our next fight. And the only time that we jump out of the Gender Law Office window. Oh, that. Okay. That load screen was not on the PS5 version. Ooh. Interesting. That load screen was not on the PS5 version. That's very curious.
Sorry to impose.
It's like, I'll know if there's, like, load screens like that. I'll know if, like, things are going slower.
Greg
And
Shimmy
that
got me on
definitely
PC.
wasn't there before.
Finally.
So. Yes, indeed. And it's good to see. It's very good to see. Right, out the window. It's the only time we go out of the window in Lost Judgment because this game has fast travel anywhere. Okay. Yeah, these load screens are not in the console version. Or at least not in the PS5 version. Not necessarily mean it's slower. Good hit, that's the guy you want to hit with that attack. Okay, good fight. Good fight. Very good fight. Very, very good fight. But yeah, these loading screens are interesting. We will see. Yeah, that's taking a while to come out of this fight, you know. The game is afoot. The game is afoot. No screen for hard drives? Maybe. I'm on an M2, though. I am on an M2. So... ping straight to this. Again, not that these load screens would matter that much. If you're playing this casually, then it's not gonna affect you at all. These load screens like a second at most. Very interesting. Okay, go to Ebisu. We're gonna buy ourselves the Battle Innerwear. And head over to the office. About to lose time already? Yeah. Yeah, I think might actually be slightly slower, by the looks of it. Who's making a load remover? That's a good question, because this was a decent prologue. This was a decent prologue. Also, we have to skip this song, because otherwise DMCA. So, interesting. I don't think I made 9 seconds of mistakes there. Interesting. Very interesting. These loads are definitely slow. These loads are definitely slow. Doesn't take as long as 4 or 5 minutes. It only takes about 2.5 to 3. And that's why I'm doing this run, because I'm going to try the Yakuza 4 method and see if that works. Because if it does, that's going to save a whole bunch of time and will probably make this overall faster on PC. Kaio's actually sticking quite close to us. Okay. I don't remember how to do this fight ultimately, if I'm being honest. Come on. Let's definitely start like that. The other guy here is unfortunately moving away. Yeah. I should have aimed for this guy first. That would have gone really good if I did. Yeah, that would have gone really good if I aimed for the guy on the right first. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, sure. Give them the wristbands, which again we don't really care about for now. We'll put them on, but they're only like 3%. That's still no skip. I don't think any extra cutscenes are going to be skippable from what we've seen so far, which is probably for the best. Although that does mean the detective store stuff is probably unskippable unless the controller disconnect trick works, which really hoping. So let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, time to go to the restaurant. Yeah, these load screens are absolutely not existent in the PS5 version, so that is curious. But again, if you're playing this casually, that's not gonna be a problem at all. Like, it's only an extra second long. For speedrunning, it's a little bit of a problem because it's obviously going to be longer. So rejoice to the people who bought a PS5 to speedrun this game. Whoops, now that's my fault. that's not a video game, that's me. Fat fingered my controller. Top left, bottom right. Little early. Okay. Swear that was only 1 box on the console version, not 2. Anyway, kickflip. Time to go skateboarding. If anything's gonna break, I'm imagining it'll be this. That feels good. That feels real good. Feels really, really good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Like, you might be able to get better loads as well if you lower the settings a bit more than I have them. So, Iceman, thank you very much for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, I went and purchased it in the second my stream was done earlier. Car's gonna be a problem. You don't want to hit the cars, because if you hit the cars, you're gonna go flying. Good flip. Right. Angry Man, or Nasty Man even, sorry. I thought it was Angry Man, it's Nasty Man, I've got it Nasty Man. Curious. I don't know if it's just for that, but we started slightly to the right of where we do on the console version. I think that was just because of that, but interesting. Huh. Interesting. Curious. Very curious. That's definitely a longer load. That is absolutely a longer load. So real time is absolutely going to end up being faster on console still. I don't know what Xbox Series X is like, but I assume it's on parity with PS5. That's still not skippable. That's one of the things I wanted to check. Because this is one you've never been able to skip. Disguises, which again, I'm not doing anything in this menu. Yep. I don't get a choice. And here we go, which should be attack level 1? Yeah, it should be attack level 1. Well, it still does the weird camera thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice to see that still exists. Where's my attack? There's my attack. 600? Yep, perfect. Okay, good. Yep, okay. So, skill point distribution is still exactly the same in the PC version, which I didn't expect it to be different in the PC version, but nothing has gone wrong, which is good. It's very good. PC version less slower than PS5. I didn't realize that for Psylocke 2. That sounds good. For this bit, Kaito here is... I was kind of hoping we could run here, even though, you know. Kaito here is a cutscene marker. He's the guy who starts cutscenes, so we're just going to stick near him. Oh, yeah.
All right.
We're supposed to wait for Kaito to walk along here, but if you know where you're going, which the minimap tells you where to go, you can just skip forward. Again, Dragon Engine, double doors, right down the middle. Much quicker open them that way. I'm assuming... Ooh, wow. I know you go faster in first person on stairs, but even the walking there felt slightly slower. Like, the actual walking speed felt slightly slower. The second I touched those stairs, I felt like I was being physically pushed. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Good. This guy is skippable, but only when the scene changes, so... And boop. So once again. Look first person, look at the bottle. Oh, whoops. So look, I keep forgetting to do that. One option, good. Everything good. Everything good. And we go see Kaito. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Could be new though. Yeah, you are probably right, to be honest. You are highly, highly likely right, to be honest. That would explain. That would explain actually quite a bit, to be fair. Oh, left D-pad. Oh no, it's right D-pad even. Shit. Mistake made. I thought this was a conversation in a bit coming up. Damn it. That's what I get for not running this game in a while. I could still be running this. It's still be worth running this on PC with a load remover, but it's definitely going to be faster real time on... Ooh, Kaito pushing me, hey. It's definitely going to be faster real time on console, I think. Oh. Yep, you can still jump down the stairs, good. I wasn't trying to test that, but I did test that.
What the?
I felt fast. I felt pretty damn fast. Once again, Mamikoda doesn't look at us because we're too far away. That still works. Good. Nice to see that still works. Just Yagami being an absolute jackass, as you do. See, once you're actually like going in the actual game, it's smooth as butter. It's so good. Yeah, it's smooth as butter. Yeah, it's good. Again, if you haven't played these games casually, these are very, very good games, and this PC port so far, speedrun purpose-wise, it's going to be faster real-time to still do console, which, again, if you're not speedrunning, it's not going to be a problem for you. Like, the things... It's kind of like, if you remember Yakuza 6 with, the Weird Oddities with Yakuza 6, it's kind of the same thing in that, like, the little things here and there that I'm talking about aren't going to affect you if you want to play this, like, casually. Like, so far, this feels beautiful. Like, this absolutely controls beautifully. It's smooth as hell. This is pretty good. Definitely pretty good.
Are you safe?
The quality 7. Yeah,
You're in a
I
bit of a
guess we do.
Yeah,
which,
you think?
See if we don't have to mess around with the camera. Good, yep, this still works. So I'm just holding right, even though I'm going left. So this still works. That's nice. That's very nice. You're still there. That's nice. Please don't throw me off. Good, yep, okay, good, yeah. Yep, so far, like, literally this PC port is working beautifully. It's working perfectly. It's just slightly second longer load times,
panic,
which
but the school just
that's not going to
contacted
bother you if
security.
you're playing this casually. Me as a speedrunner, it's going to bother, but, you know, I don't
Just
matter.
what I needed.
If you want to play this casually, absolutely, this is going to be a good version of for you to play. Yep, invisible wall's still there, so
Right.
we just hit the corner of it. Not too bad. Alright, now we get to our first big RNG bit of the run. Can't skip that till Tsukumo turns up. Trust me, I remember.
Better be careful here.
Imagine if on PC we found a way to skip down to the floor below us here. That'd be absolutely phenomenal, because fuck this next bit.
I see now.
This next bit sucks. In terms of the speedrun, this next bit really sucks. Alright, smoke bombs. Love the smoke bomb. We want to come out of this school section with one spare smoke bomb for the rest of the run. As soon as text goes. Okay, so your RNG at the policeman on the roof here. We need them to turn around so that we can run across the roof. A little bit bad timing on the first two. Please do not turn around, go at the end, because you've been turning around for a long time. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Good stuff. It's a game over if they turn around and see you. Good stuff. Not the best timing we could have for that, but not bad, certainly. Oh, grab this. Do not use it here. Use a coin instead. Start going down. You can run on about this corner. Ooh, you're here. I don't know if I'm delayed. He's here a little earlier. You want to smoke bomb this guy, grab this smoke bomb afterwards, because by smoke bombing you can just run straight down here. If you were to throw a coin, you'd have to, like, sneak past a little bit. Not bad. Okay. That guy was definitely a little ahead of the pacing that he should be, and I don't think that was because of the cutscene, because it's usually like that even if you have a bad rooftop. Oh yeah, here's the rugby players that definitely don't look like they're kids. That's for damn sure. This guy, you can't convince me that this guy is a student here. He's absolutely not. He is absolutely one of the Yakuza thugs. At least you get to hear Snake's fight for you. You don't get to see it, you get to hear it. Yeah, you're right, Hoxie. Like, when we can eventually get a load removal, which again, don't feel pressured to do. Like, don't feel pressured that you have to get this. Someone should be able to help us make one.
This is more than just your average creeper.
Yeah, once we get load remover, it's not going to matter. Load remover runs will absolutely be, I think, sub 2. I'd be very surprised if load remover runs weren't sub 2.
No, can't have that. Only one way out there.
Let's hit this fight, shall we? I don't ever do well at this fight when I run this game. Bad start, because I got the other large loud as well. I'm aiming for the guy on the floor, not for him. Gonna get EX now. Go with you. Go with you. That's a very good fight. That's a very good fight. That is a very, very good fight. I don't think that camera is a PC thing. I think that camera is a Dragon Engine thing. I am fairly confident that's a Dragon Engine camera moment right there, folks. Taxi list is all still complete the same. That's good. Again, I wouldn't have expected them to change it, but it's all still the same. That's very, very good. Yeah, these load screens on taxiing, absolutely they're not in the console version. So there's tiny little second of load for every kind of loading instance. So, yeah. Again, when we get the load remover, it's not going to matter. But for now, it does matter. Because I absolutely, if this was on PS5, I absolutely would not be losing time here. So. Load adders, Chrome. It's true. It's true. It's true. Yo, Now and Yen. Thank you, Now and Jen. Thank you very much for the 50 bits. I appreciate it. The first penguin. I forgot why the achievement is called that, but it is. Okay. Yeah. Man, imagine if this bit is able to be skipped. That would be absolutely amazing. Well, it's not now, but you know. Okay, so the Ihara running picture, and we're off again. Nice Dragon Engine camera again. Love it. I love the Dragon Engine, it's so good. I'm still kind of shocked that Ishin is Unreal. Not unhappy, certainly. I like the Dragon Engine, but I guess what Yakuza on Unreal is gonna be like.
What the?
I feel like there was supposed to be a tutorial textbook there. Interesting. Very interesting. Also, there's something that I am going to have to double check, and I know it's not going to work, but I'm going to get my hopes up anyway. Taxiing from inside the school. I'm going to have to test it, just in case for some reason it works in the PC version, because that will save time. Okay, so now we'll see if the SP we've gotten is correct so far. Which it is. Perfect, 5,000. Didn't want to knock those two all the way over there, unfortunately. Matsui here has more defense, that's why you don't go for him first. Terrible fight, unfortunately. Terrible fight, unfortunately. Very big shame. Oh well. All good, all good. Not that many fights in this chapter, that definitely hurts. And hey, it's time. Let's go. It's time to dance, folks. Let's go do this. So we going to a lot of money? Yup. Yup, there are definitely lots of games coming out at the minute. And we're just getting into that big period as well, where we're going to get a bunch of games as well. Cute, flee. Second too early. Negotiate. First person. Nice to hear the audio still doubles up. That's it was always a fun thing. So it's nice to hear that it still doubles up at the moment. Okay, so again, we don't have to wait for Amasawa. Again, most of the time in the actual school when we're supposed to be waiting for people, we don't actually have to wait for people. We just go. we just leave. All right. This is the school story start, which is obviously the dance club. Let's go. Let's go. Why I pan the camera up there? I shoved the camera right into the roof for some reason. Make a bigger impact. Try some Kung Fu. I'm assuming, again, it's also not going to be skippable. Same on console, but...
Let's freaking dance.
I'm going to try. I'm going to hit the button. Oh, yeah, it's not letting me. Yeah. Yeah, both touchpad and start obviously won't let us skip. Yep, no, timing good. Timing good, timing works. Very nice. Yep. Yep, feels good. Feels goddamn good. It should also still have the retiming stuff that you can do, but yeah, timing's good. Timing's very good. Timing's very, very good. Sweet. Sweet. Sweet, yeah. And yeah, as said, like, so far from what I've seen, again, like, the only thing that I have an issue with is something that only affects me as a speedrunner. This is good so far. It's very good so far. Like, if you haven't played these games, this is going to be a very, very good version of the game for you to play. Very, very good version. No problems whatsoever so far, which is nice. Alright, now the bully fight, which... Tiger Hidden? I'm fairly certain it's Tiger Hidden for the upgrade here. I'm fairly certain. It's Tiger Hidden, right? I'm fairly certain it is. Yes it is. This is where Verge of Death Wounded Tiger, for some reason, had disappeared off the rooftop, and all of a sudden I start panicking. What did you do with my skill book? I need that thing! I need that move, it's good! It's very good! There's, yeah, you can tell. You can absolutely tell. Pinecone, Judgment, OG Judgment, does not. Lost Judgment has spoilers for Yakuza Like a Dragon. So, if you want to play this at any point, or you want to play Judgment at any point, you can. Lost Judgment, you cannot. I actually missed my first guy. That really sucks. I'm hoping he'll come over to me. This was also another fight that I wanted to test on PC, considering, you know, lots of furniture. I thought we were going to get, like, kind of, like, force feedback yeeted across the room, but no, we weren't.
And stayed out.
Not bad. This isn't skippable, still.
Eyes. Cheap shot.
Look at this guy.
Can't see.
Look at this guy.
Got you now. No, you don't.
It's still there, don't worry. Lovely. Lovely. But yeah, no, you don't have to worry about spoilers with OG Judgment. With Lost Judgment, at the very least, you want to have played Like a Dragon first. There's a big kind of plot point in Like a Dragon that's, like, very important for world building for this series and the universe in general. And it gets referenced in this game, like, 2 or 3 times. So, it is unavoidable. It's very unavoidable. But Judgment you can do at any point. Like, if you like the look of Judgment's combat, which Judgment's combat is very, very good, then happily go for it. Okay, good, good. That's one thing I was worried about. Because for some reason, you can actually, like, slightly grab the book with your foot there with the right movement, and yeah, we can. I was keep wondering, like, Yagami sometimes goes faster here, look. But that's not a PC thing. That was in console. Yeah, there. You see how he's, like, shimmying a bit faster? I've never figured out why. Never figured out why, but he does at some point. I don't know if it's just like an auto thing.
Don't give me that smug look.
Says this guy. One of the students is alive, which is unfortunate. I tripped over the chair. That's unfortunate, because that was a very good hit at the start of this fight, and then, obviously, it just pushed him way too far away from everybody else. That's a shame. That was a really good fight other than that. I'm gonna have to try it. Yep. No taxi. No taxi. I had to try. I had to look. I'm not taking my corners well enough. I'm very much not taking my corners well enough. But yeah, I had to, oh right, it's the right door, I keep forgetting that. I had to make sure.
What the?
Cool, here we go. Now we go upstairs. I think that's a text skip and not actually a start skip. I'm fairly certain I just messed up there, but, well. I have, like, a good, like, I know I've got, like, a good 35 seconds of time save on that split on console, so I'm not looking at my time until I'm done, just to see, like, what happened. I lost, like, 9. I didn't have great fights, but, oh well. It would help if I skip the intro. I keep forgetting about that. Okay. Right, this is off to find Moidar. So I think it's... Is it 6 down on the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it 6 down on the taxis, or is it 6 up? Because it's one of the others here. Down. 6 down. Oh wait, no, it's right. It's the bit. So we're going to test. What I'm going to test here is I'm going to test something that we utilize in Yakuza 4 to skip like a big 3.5 minute section. We're wondering whether it works in the PC version of this.
Yep,
So let's find out.
You'll
So
start
this is
with this little
unskippable.
window.
Yep, as you can see, it's still
It
unskippable.
displays all relevant chatter posts after filter.
The audio doesn't continue. I'll still do the Alt tab just in case, but the audio definitely doesn't continue. Give me a thing.
Bring the fluff.
No, doesn't work.
And these posts are all pinpointed
doesn't
on this
work.
map of the
Yep, can't skip
Jincho?
either. Yep, no, doesn't work.
It maps out where in each Jincho
Alright, well, we tried.
specific
We
post
tried.
was made. So my AI
I was curious.
constantly
I was
combs through
curious.
Chatter's
It would
database as
have
it
been
updates in
really
real
good
time.
if we could. But
Then it extracts
yeah,
only
this
the
is the
trouble-related
bathroom
chatter for
break
display
point.
on the map.
It's about
So
2
it
minutes
actively
of just
seeks
waiting.
out trouble. It's wild that you can program around such a vague concept.
But that's a shame.
Well, in
At least we
its current
tried.
iteration, the AI isn't exactly genius material yet, so it still pings some false positives. And
Okay. This is just a big mess.
Still unskippable. Had
How
to
am I
double
supposed
check.
to know where to go?
Had to double check.
this is indeed too much
Oh,
noise.
we tried.
In fact, this is entropy in motion. This won't do it all. To solve this, we narrow down the keywords.
In other words, simplify our search?
Yeah, by manually filtering keywords, we can decrease false positives, thereby locating the right spot more accurately.
Well, how do we do that? Does the AI do it for us?
No, not entirely. What the AI does is pick up on any keywords it deems important. Emphasis here on the word any. Meaning it'll turn out duds every now and again.
Yeah, that's still pretty busy.
And therein lies the predicament. To narrow these results down any further, we must depend on instincts, experience, and even inspiration.
So you're saying human intuition?
Precisely. Even in this day and age, human intuition will trump AI every time. That is, until we all become cyborgs. But that's getting ahead of myself. As it stands,
Oh yeah, I saw the
you've got
Switch
the best
comments
intuition out of
again,
all of us.
which like
Well, let's just start with a post that smells like trouble.
I don't know. I feel like
But
that's
this
a.
one,
I feel like that's a
I can smell the
really
trouble brewing
weird.
already.
I feel like that's a really weird mindset to have,
interesting.
to be honest.
And let's filter our results around that specific term. And there you have it. See?
Like you're not
There's a
gonna figure
concentration
out
of
whether or
suspicious
not the
keyword
actual
usage on
like
this
console
street
is a good
here.
fit or
As
not
to
if
what
you
sort
don't
of
actually
trouble is
try and
brewing,
put at least
you'll
one
have
of the
to
games
rely
on
on your
there.
good
And honestly, I
old-fashioned
feel like
eyeballs.
Zero is like
Shady
one
activity
of
isn't always the
one of the
easiest to
best
spot,
ways to test whether
so
that's
maybe
like
think of
you
it as
know,
a sort
gonna
of
work
treasure
or not.
hunt.
A treasure hunt
You
for
know,
trouble.
very
huh?
first game
Does sound
everyone
right up my
considers in
alley.
the story, the
Doesn't
one
it?
that people love.
I can already
I
picture
think
you
I
out
genuinely
there,
think
helping
that Zero
people
and
in need until it
K1,
all
like
pays
even if
off.
done as a test, would
What
sell
could await
very
for at
well
the
on
end
the
of the
Switch.
trail?
So
My heart rate is already spiking. Now
so yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of shitty about that. Yeah, that's the right one. I went the wrong way through my menu, so I was a bit confused.
I can hear it.
What the hell if I was actually doing these menus correctly? I am not. For reference, I am absolutely not doing these menus correctly, which is not ideal. Okay, that should be good to just push me over. Yep, that still works. Good, 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 good. Yeah, so far, like, again, so far, other than, like, the extra second of load in the load screens, like, this is exactly the same as the console versions. Like, this is absolutely a good version of the game so far. Like, this is absolutely a good version of the game so far.
What the?
These aren't his, by the way. Suspicious man with pants in his back. Good. I thought I was gonna miss him there, but he didn't mess us around. That's nice. I thought, you know, the christening the PC version in, he was gonna be a jackass, but no, he wasn't. Thank God for that. Cool. Okay. Shit, I don't remember the plague tax. I think it's 7 down. I'm fairly certain it's 7 down.
I know this is a lot.
Yeah. Again, you have to do the one text box skip there. The fuck was that sound? You'll hear that? I heard that. What the fuck was that? That was weird. It's 6. It's 6. The other one was 7. This one's 6. Okay. That was very weird. I heard like a blip. Right. Here we go. Which it should be rising and, yeah, attack. Good. Alright, let's fight the Lumang. Here we go. Attack 3. And rising. Where are we? Not regard. So it's not like regard, not regard in the speedrun. What about he attacks me with this? Because he should have died to that. He should have died to that. Okay. It's still one of my attacks missed. Anyway, it's time for Quana. It's absolutely time for Quana.
What the?
Same
Suspicious.
delay on being able to do new investigations in this bit. That's cool. I was quietly hoping that would have been, you know, fixed a little bit, but nope. Okay, don't mess me about. I hope at least with Kaito Files they fixed the audio bug for Kenmochi.
Now that's fancy.
I'd be upset if they haven't fixed the audio bug for Kenmochi, honestly.
Hey, what else you got?
How much, my dude? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this, which unfortunately kicks you in the air. Please get up, because that's really slow. Come on. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That's terrible. I wonder, actually. Like, I was gonna do that to interrupt his invincibility, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. Well, at least he did an EX. At least he did an EX. Cool. Cool. Okay. Yep, audio's doubling again, which is nice. Alright, time for our extract master, this guy from Judgment. Giving us one of the most overpowered extracts in the entire game. As you do! Yep, still good. Still good. Still very good. I mean, I don't know why you're asking whether Kiryu's going to be in Yakuza 8 or not, because he literally is. It got confirmed today. Did you watch the Summit at all, Zach Pro? Because if you did, you would know a lot of things that happened today, and if not, you're in for a very big surprise. Okay. Yeah, big time loss because obviously I tried to skip the cutscene, but also just a bit slower in general. It's fine. Much white hair, Kiryu-Vichi. Then why are you asking whether Kiryu is going to be in Yakuza 8 or not? Because you've literally seen he's in it. Okay. Yeah, these loads are definitely slow. Absolutely. That's fun about this Yakuza we're about to get. Lots of us, and it's a great thing. It's a very great thing.
Right.
School? Yeah, school. I have to remember where I was going for a second there. I was like, where am I going again? I don't actually remember. Okay. Staff room, and then it's the crime scene. Once we go in. Once we go in. Don't forget to go in. Yeah. Crime scene once we have done this conversation. I remember. It should be
Hey, so
6 up. Yeah, 6 up on the taxi list. Okay. Cool. whilst the 7 characters being ignition. Yeah, I have my trepidation about about some of the character replacement stuff. As much as I like Shibusawa and his actor, I feel like he's not exactly a fit for Takashi Hanpeter, but also I don't have the video game yet, so I can't really make that distinction until, you know, we actually get our hands on the game, because he might be fantastic. I just really liked the original actor for Takashi Hanpeter and what he did in the game, so we'll see. Until we actually get our hands on the game, there's no point in judging. Like. But some of the casting choices for the changes are inspired. Zhao for Baba is just chef's kiss. Zhao for Baba is fantastic. Jungi Han for Yamazaki is weird, but I get naked Jungi Han this way, so I can't complain. What? Okay, that's different. Cool. That was weird. Alright, nice to see these bits can go also weirder. No. Video game. That's not PC, that one. That one I've had before with Dragon Engine, but interesting. That was very, very interesting, the first jump. Please don't yeet me off the roof here, because that would be bad. I'm a little worried about it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Hello, thank you. Sometimes that just takes a while to load. That's not PC, that's just this bit. I've had that on the console version.
What the?
Okay. Here's Detective Watanabe. We give him the picture, and then we ask about everything but the building owner. Building owner, not important. It's weird. I don't know if it's placebo, but it feels kind of a little nicer to skip cutscenes and stuff. I might be wrong on that. I think it's just placebo, but it definitely feels slightly smoother, weirdly. And it might be, like, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels just genuinely slightly smoother. Anyway, let's see if anything is messed up in terms of this chase section, shall we? There wasn't anything that messed up on the first one, so I've got high hopes there won't be anything messed up on this one.
Get away from me!
Also, shout out to the fact the DLC is still in the mailbox. I very much appreciate that. Very, very much appreciate that. Well, because they don't have it as DLC for this version, I was a little worried that it'd be just, you know, on you, like, from the beginning, and, like, you could just do, like, Boxer from the beginning, but... No, it's in the mailbox, so that's not too bad. Let's not go the wrong way. Is that you can skip faster? I feel like I can skip faster. It's, like, not that much faster, but it's smoother. It's absolutely smoother, and it probably is faster to skip on PC. Obviously, the extra second or two of loads is a shame. Kick, block, yeah. Good. And now around the corner, you should stop. Yep, good, yep. Chase section still working perfectly. Excellent. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, you can parry enemies in Snake style. Wonderful. I will never do that. That's an interesting fight spawn. I don't think I've ever seen that fight spawn before. Okay, wiretapping stuff. Whoop. Buzz researcher. Look at posts. That's not look at posts. Yeah, there you go. Would help if I actually did, you know, the right menu. Again, this is just the LED taxi, so don't mess it up. Thank you. This is like the one taxi that is the same between LED in this game. I'll show the lawyer badge. And Roth. That's my fault. Bad movement. Terrible movement. Whoops.
Bingo.
Bingo. Yep. 3 up to... Yep, 183. Perfect. Yep, nothing changed. Good. Whoa, what the fuck? Hello? How did you get off the skateboard? Okay, that didn't do my jump, which I think was on me, but that was very weird. Anyway, hi. I need Battle Boxes S, I need an Expo Vesta, and Safety Belt. Thank you. Ah. Yeah. Bad menuing, what am I up to? What the hell am I up to? Okay. Alright, camera. Right, camera bits. Alright. I was trying to remember what was next, but yes, the camera bits. So, sleep. Cool. Hello, King Duncan. Hope you're doing good. King Duncan, as you can see, there's extra load screens in the PC version. Oops. It's not like it's actually super slower, but as you can see, real time wise, it's slower. So, PS5 is still gonna be fastest for real time at the very least. Okay, cameras. Also, unfortunately, the controller trick doesn't work for the brake segment in this game.
Hey. What the? Looks suspicious. Hey.
That's on me. My actual like menuing is messing up. That's on me.
What the?
Oh, next one's here, isn't it? I've already gone past it. Haven't I? No, there it is.
Hey. Looks.
What is in my mind? How do I? It's always that one I forget. Like the very last one.
What the? Hey.
Bizarre.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it's still quite and far away, which is nice. Yeah.
Now. What the?
Escape path.
Hey.
Good. I hope I'm not the first person to beat the game on PC, because that means that they haven't tested the game fully to the end of the game, which would be very bad. So, no, I hope I'm not the first person to finish this fully on PC. Hopefully the people who were testing this game were. Rooftop scene, and then, yeah. Okay. I was trying to remember, like, the points that we go to, because again, it's been a while since I've actually done this run. Like, about a month and a half to 2 months.
Shame nothing exciting got announced during the RGG Summit, Kappa.
Yeah, no, entire thing was pretty boring, if you ask me. Honestly, I was expecting Dead Souls remake and didn't get it. And what's the point, honestly? I will say, when I was out with my family when the Nintendo Direct was going on, and I had it on my phone as I was walking around. I shit you not, the second that I saw Kenshiro on screen, I fucking screamed. I actually genuinely fucking screamed. Pure fear. Pure fear just overtook me completely. Ray, thank you for the 14 months, I appreciate it. Genuinely pure fear just hit. Just in a big wave. Mahjong spin-off, that'd be good. It is nice, again, from the gameplay trailer, that every minigame that was in Ishin originally is also making the jump to Ishin.
Great.
Including the bloody hard fan dancing minigame, which is really cool, actually. I'm happy about this. RGG are putting in a lot of effort into Ishin, which is great.
Got something?
I mean, it's giving a Kenzan remake. So the problem with Kenzan is, you know how Haruka is a very young girl? She's kind of a courtesan in Kenzan, which I don't think the age rating boards are going to be too happy about the plot with a little girl who basically, you know...
Doing great.
You know.
This way, huh?
Yeah.
Got something?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Doing great.
Dog? Good dog. Good shit.
Got something?
Yeah, this bit's exactly the same as it was in the console
This
version
way,
as well.
huh?
I'm getting
Got something?
pulled left and right here. Nice. So yeah, it's a little bit terrifying in terms of actual like content. And the problem is like it's unfortunately like a big chunk of the story as well, and it's quite important for the end of it. So it would need a big plot rework. Like I think the localization would be easier than Ishin's, because again, Ishin has an in-game dictionary for like actual certain terms and phrases that turn up, which the localization for Ishin is, I'm still stunned. Like it's gonna be very, very, very hard to do, but massive respect, massive fucking respect. But Kenzan's plot stuff is yeah, it's a little problematic, which is a shame. It's a big shame. Because Kenzan itself is actually really good as a game. Like, gameplay-wise, it's fantastic. Like, it's one of the most different, like, actual Yakuza games to the rest of them. I don't want to use the word arcadey, but for example, when you level up, you don't get, like, experience or the orbs that you used to get at the time. Instead, you will get given either, like, damage, speed, an extra combo hit. Like, there's nothing to actually like level up, so it's a more streamlined experience, but the actual combat itself it's a bit stiff by today's standards, which is again why it would need a full Kiwamiing, but it's phenomenal. It needs a Kiwami more than Ishin, and yeah. Shout out to the absolute fucking idiot who 15 minutes before Sega announced Ishin Kiwami said that Ishin doesn't need a Kiwami. I will hold this L for life, and I'm happy about it. I'm more than happy to hold the L for it. Yeah, no, today's fantastic to be a Yakuza fan. I'm very interested in Gaiden. Gaiden kind of filling in the plot points between, like, 6 and LAD. I will say the naming convention is now getting very weird, going Yakuza 6, Yakuza Like a Dragon 8. What happened to Like a Dragon 2 through 7? What happened? You know people are gonna get confused and ask about that. you know people are gonna be, hey, where is Like a Dragon 2 through 7? What am I missing here? We don't talk about those ones. No, we don't talk about those. If this still works same way, we shouldn't have to kick the bucket. Yep, good.
Hold up.
Can we get the quick land? No. No, I was off on my angle. What do I need to level up here? It's, Verge of Death, EX Burst, Tiger Triple. Verge of Death, EX Burst, Tiger Triple. Verge of Death, EX Burst, Tiger Triple. And the gear. Verge of Death, EX Burst, Tiger Triple. Alright, let's see if I can do this fight correctly. Exactly, like, how do we go from 3 to 64? Then 64 to Sunshine? How do we go outside? Why is Mario touching grass? Okay, so Safety Bell, EX Power Booster, Battle Boxers, Verge of Death Winged Tiger, EX Burst Attack, and Tiger Triple. Still the same? I was assuming that the QC would still be the same. Okay. Interesting. I have interrupted his EX. That's not necessarily faster. Well, still good. Like so good in 60. Yeah, I mean, you can go above 60. I just have it locked 60 for the purposes of testing for speedrun purposes. Because after all the Dragon Engine shenanigans we've had so far, zero chance in hell we go above 60. At the very least, nothing different so far. Like, literally one-to-one with the console version. So, very, very good so far. Oh, nice dodge. Oh, wow. That's terrible. Like, nothing weird out of place, no extra damage, no, like, missed attacks or, you know, glitches or anything like that. Absolutely beautiful PC port. Absolutely beautiful. hit, because there's sometimes a small chance that doesn't connect. I seem to remember that not working on the console versions. That's nice. Good fight. Very good fight, actually. Just going to drag this guy this way. Nice block. Good hit. Yep. Good fight. Very good fight. Very good fight. Yeah, Go Simulator skipped 2 intentionally and went straight to 3. Like, the devs basically joked about it, and then they just did it. Which, fair play. Fair play, you know? Sure. It's your game. It's your game. And the nice thing is it actually does make, like, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, because, like, I've seen so many people genuinely ask, where the fuck is Goat Simulator 2? Exactly. Like, it actually just made people talk about it, because it's like, wait, where is Goat Simulator 2? It doesn't exist. That's the beautiful part. Like,
oh my god.
Argic, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well tonight. Everyone coming from Argix, we are playing the entirety of the PC version of Lost Judgment, which came out today. So far, PC version, beautiful. So far, PC version, very beautiful. It is a 1-to-1. If you're planning to play this casually, absolutely beautiful 1-to-1, exactly, and I mean exactly the same as console version. No technical difficulties at all. Runs absolutely smoothly and like a dream. Speedrunning-wise, as you can see by my time, not so much. There's added load screens, which you can probably guess is not ideal. Speaking of not ideal, Canada. The entire country of Canada, come over here. I need you to stand still. Also, I'm a little still surprised they're using Full Faith for Ishin, but it does make sense. Alright, so I'm gonna hit this guy with the 1 HP, because you're not, yeah. Excuse you? Yeah, fuck you. Shoutouts to Kaito for kicking him down to enough damage that I could finish off with that slide. That's my boy. That's my boy. We might try Kaito Files after this, but I still think Kaito Files is gonna be slow as well. Kaito Files is absolutely gonna have the same loading screen stuff. I did another great PC port. Yep. Yep, literally, I have got, like, apart from the very small loading screens that aren't present on the PS5 version, which, again, they're not gonna affect, like, anybody...
There you are.
Gotta get the dog out. It's slower, but I can't get my drone out for some reason.
Good boy.
Apart from, obviously, the small load screens, like, what you're seeing when I go through taxis and cutscenes, it's not gonna affect you if you're playing this casually.
Well...
Like, it's absolutely not going to affect you if you're playing casually. So. What do I do here? Oh, right, McShiba alive. That's right. I love this game. This game is so goddamn good. If you haven't played Judgment or Lost Judgment yet, and you like RGG's games, you owe it to yourself to get these games. They're fantastic. Those load screens there. That's the reason why I'm losing time. There's absolutely there's like 1 or 2 seconds extra load per every cutscene, which again, it's only 1 or 2 seconds. It's not going to affect you if you're playing this casually. But it sounds really snobbish. Me as a speedrunner, yes, it is going to affect me. It'll be fine when we have a load remover for the game, but until we get to that point, it's definitely slightly slower than the console version. But again, that's not going to affect you. It's genuinely not going to affect you if you're playing these casually. It's the same as when 3, 4, and 5 came out on PC, because they added like a second of loads per every cutscene. Again, that's not going to affect you, because if you're playing casually, you're not going to skip cutscenes, like, unless you're playing Yakuza 5 for the second time, at which point you're going to try and skip cutscenes. Yakuza 5 isn't going to let you skip cutscenes, and then you're going to get mad about it because you realize you're playing Yakuza 5. Yeah. Timer? I hit the wrong keyboard. Oh, that's the wrong button. One of these days, I will remember which button is the skip button. Hold on, folks. Damn, imagine me losing 22 minutes in a speedrun. I believe Sayori's hitbox is still not good. There we go, back on track. Lowering settings? I don't know. My settings are all on medium at the minute. We think the extra loads are probably because of de novo, which...
Let me guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yes. Boost attack 4, thank you. Good hit. Bad hit. Price is on his ass. Oh, how did you not turn fully, Yankee? So that's not your car. Get off that. I guess that's his car now. But yeah, we think it's de novo. How's PC port been? Speedrunning wise, not too great because it's slightly slower. But in terms of like technical stuff, actually playing the video game, it's perfect. It's really good. In terms of like the actual technical aspects of this PC port and whether like, you know, any gameplay parts are broken or things don't work, etc. No, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Just, it's one of those things where it's just slightly not perfect for speedrunning. And it's probably de novo causing the extra loads, unfortunately. Yep, still the same delay in getting on top of these boxes. So again, like all the stuff that I'm saying in terms of like, you know, oh, there's an extra second of load when going through like different areas. If you're playing this casually, that's not going to affect you. Like, 1 extra second per load is not something that you will notice, but because I'm a speedrunner currently running this real time, it is something that I will notice. But again, if you're playing this casually, the only complaint that I have does not affect you in the slightest. So this port is a very good port. From what I am playing so far, this port is a very good port. Combat has been... Oh yeah, you can't skip until you've smacked the guy.
Sorry.
Got to smack the guy first. Everything that I've played so far of this port is one-to-one with the console version. Absolutely beautiful. Nothing's broken. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, DMC5 did load twice as fast when they removed it. And then the unironic thing happened where somehow the PS5 version with Special Edition is more optimized than not skippable. Well, I think King Duncan was also waiting for this bit and wondering, nah. Again, slight hope, but every cutscene that wasn't skippable on the console version is still not skippable in terms of this in these bits.
Here, sir.
Slowpoke 48. You're not very slow at giving me that Prime Gaming. Thank you very much. That was a bad pun. It didn't work. It didn't fucking work. Yeah, it does suck, which is a shame. But at least the game plays well. The game plays damn well. So this will be pretty cool when we get the load remover. When we get the load remover, when we get the load remover, I'll definitely do like PC runs of this on the load remover.
Too close.
Like absolutely, I'll do PC runs on the load remover. Am I being spotted right now? No, I'm not. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Please don't see me, please don't see me, please don't see me. Cool. Good, yeah, good. De novo is quite aggressive DRM. It can cause problems on certain people's PCs. I've been quite lucky with de novo in my time, but there's definitely extra loads on the PC version that aren't there on the console version, and I'm currently running this on an M2 drive, so I don't think it's that. I'm fairly certain it's de novo. I have built up my EX in this one. Yeah, okay, like, speaking of, obviously, like, plot stuff in terms of, like, the stuff that was revealed today, I love the idea behind Gaiden. I'm not loving the idea behind Kiryu coming back for 8. You jackass. I do think that it is cheapening. I think every game that brings Kiryu back is now cheapening the Yakuza 6 more and more. I am at the point, and I've said this multiple times, you've all heard me say it, I don't think LAD should be reusing the older characters. I don't. Like, I really don't. Good first hit, wow. Good job, guys. I think that LAD should be, like, forming its own story. I don't think it should be bringing them back. But on the other side, I've always said that I'm okay with them using the older characters for side games. And Like a Dragon Gaiden is absolutely the idea of a side game, even though it's going to be important to the plot. Oh, good hits. I wonder if he was mid-attack. So here's the thing with Lost Judgment. And this is a thing in Lost Judgment. This is not like PC, console, blah, blah, blah. This is a Lost Judgment thing. Your AI is far less aggressive in Lost Judgment when they're going for the final hit. So, essentially, Kaito should not have killed that enemy. Which is really interesting. He might have been mid-attack. Because the way that the EXP system in this game works is that you get EXP depending on like how you take care of enemies and stuff. So the AI doesn't get the last hit on anyone.
Suspicious.
But Kaito did. I obviously need to do more fights with AI partners to see if they are... Here's a Grizzly Murder, by the way. To see if they actually are more aggressive. I don't think they are. I think Kaito will have just been in the middle of an attack, but still helped. Still happy about that. Thank you, Kaito. Very upset, though, we didn't get the actual announcement today that we were all waiting for. Sega did not confirm that they're making any merch of Kaito's shirt, so I'm very upset. Very, very upset. Suri's hitbox is still broken. Fantastic. That was also a text skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suri's hitbox is still broken. No, encompasses... How did I forget that? Oh, map!
Suspicious.
That's a line. Mamiya was colluding with Ihara. And someone spying when we went there. Kaiki. Okay. Yeah, that's PC port. Very good. Speedrunning, not so much. But if you want to play this game, this is going to be a very, 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 very good version to have. Very good version to have. Literally, if we are talking about the technicality of the PC version, I have absolutely zero complaints at all. The game is running literally perfect. Literally perfect. No complaints at all. Speedrunning-wise, there's one tiny little problem, but again, that's not going to affect you. That's going to affect me as a speedrunner. Like, if you're planning to play Judgment and Lost Judgment, like, casually, this is great. This is genuinely great. This does make me wonder whether there are extra load screens in the PC port of Judgment, because I was planning to do a run of that tomorrow. But if there are extra load screens, I don't feel like I want to go through a 5-hour run. You know? Just to figure out... Oh yes, this is slower. I do have Judgment downloaded, by the way. Fully. So... Yeah, so I don't think we've gotten an answer yet as to why, like, the Ishin remake is on Unreal Engine. It's interesting because, so, from what we can tell, all the cutscenes are directly lifted from Ishin. So if you remember K1 and K2, they lifted the cutscenes from the original games. The Ishin remake is doing the same thing, despite the fact that it's obviously in a different engine, much like, obviously, not much like K1 and K2 were in different engines to OG1 and OG2. So... they're obviously using the same kind of magic, which is really cool. The models are definitely, in terms of returning characters, they're Dragon Engine models. Akiyama's is hitboxes. That's a Dragon Engine thing, not a PC thing. Just before we scream bloody murder at the PC version, nope, that's just the Dragon Engine. Hey. That is absolutely the Dragon Engine there. The models of the characters that are returning are 100% the ones that they already have in the Dragon Engine. Ryuji's is 100% from K2. Akiyama's is definitely from 6, because Akiyama's cheeks have a little bit of bulge to them in Yakuza 6. It's kind of cute. So... they're absolutely the same. Jungi Han's model looks like it's from LAD, obviously. Zhao's face model looks like it's from LAD. Obviously, the body model is a little different because he's wearing Baba's outfit. For those who don't know, there's a couple of actor changes for the Ishin remake. Some of them are inspired. Some of them are really inspired. I like Hamazaki, and like as much as I love the meme of Kuze, I kind of wanted HD Hamazaki, but at the same time, Kuze instead of Hamazaki is inspired. Wano over Hayashi is very good considering the role that Hayashi has in Ishin. I like that a lot. Again, Zhao's Baba is fantastic. Jungi Han as Yamazaki is weird because Yamazaki is just Yamazaki from Yakuza 5 in Ishin. He plays the exact same role. So we've now got a kind of sadistic Jungi Han that also half the time walks around with no clothes on, which, hey, I'm very, very, very okay with that. So, that's a good choice. That felt faster to skip. That felt much faster to skip. Felt much, much faster to skip. Kugihara, yeah, Kugihara. Sorry. That was not a start skip. That was a text skip, my dude. That was a text skip, my dude. Happens to replace characters? Nothing. The characters aren't replaced, it's the actors who have changed. The other bits of the Sony show? The other bits of the Sony show? There wasn't anything else. There was Tekken, some VR games, Ishin, and that's it. There wasn't anything after Ishin. I don't remember anything after Ishin. That was it. That was the end of the show. They showed off those games, and that was it. I just telling me there was something after Ishin? Well, I don't... Huh? Speak to the man. That's a Dragon Engine thing. Again. That's a Dragon Engine thing, sir. It's not your fault. Yeah, I genuinely don't remember anything after Ishin. I saw an Ishin trailer and lost my shit. And that... I remember waking up the next day and it was the RGG Summit. Stuff other than Ishin? What the fuck? Yeah, can't taxi in the school. I've tried. Yeah, I've tried. Yeah, you damn well know that was the first thing that I tried. Theater Rhythm, like, in the Nintendo Direct, has me by the fucking balls. Especially now it's been confirmed that Neo Twei has songs in Theater Rhythm. Theater Rhythm is such a good fucking series, and now you're telling me that there's other spin-off series like Nier and more Twei? Because the original had a couple of Twei songs, but now you're telling me more Twei? Oh, fucking A. Oh, fucking yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, there's no way I lost 32 seconds in that chapter. I wouldn't save time if I was doing the PS5 version there, but I didn't lose 30 seconds. Absolutely extra loads. It's a Kutsu! I forgot, it's the Kutsu Gauntlet. Let's go. So, I need to get myself Tiger Hidden and Secret. Oh, I shouldn't have done that there. Oh well, he's just gonna go into his next phase anyway. I was hoping Chiba would actually go with Kutsu here, because that would have been pretty fast. Okay, he gathered up with the other guy. That's not too bad. Chow, I hope you're ready to cat jam in a second, by the way. It is that time. It is coming up. It is that time. If I have time, I might still try, like, a Kaito run and see if the Kaito skips that we do on the console version still work. Because it would be a massive pain if they didn't. What am I doing? What am I doing right here? Holy shit. Oh, that's terrible. Everyone's guarding! Fuckers. Come here. I was hoping he would stand up, or like be high enough that it would work. Shame. Not quite a Beyblade, but I'll take it. Haven't seen any Beyblades like Yakuza 6 yet, which is a bit of a shame, so I have life, yeah. I mean, I'm happy, like, like, if you look at the Cat Jam, by the way, folks, if you look at, like, the announcement trailer for Theater Rhythm, you can see the Final Fantasy 15 characters theaterized. Ah, bad turns the other guy.
Really, guys?
God, I love this track. This track is so fucking good. I love jumping down those stairs every single time. I don't. I don't. Happy with that. Happy with that. It's a shame that this is the only place where this background track plays and it stops right now. But hey, it gets used 2 more times in Lost Judgment. Just not in this. Oh, not what I wanted to do, but that might actually not be too bad considering that takes care of multiple enemies, although obviously I still have to deal with it. Ugh. Okay, Dragon Quest Theater Rhythm. Want to try to add some Dragon Quest songs? Maybe, because there's... How many songs did they say are going to be in Theater Rhythm? Like over 360? That's a hell of a lot. Putsu! I ran out of my... Yeah! Please help. Hoping everybody else will just start walking towards me whilst I deal with... How did that miss? Nani? Nani? How did that miss? Yeah, agreed, Arten. I think they will as well. I genuinely think they will. I'd be stunned if they didn't. This is an absolute prime opportunity to. And basically, I want Megalomania from the Live Alive remake. Please. Please. Thanks. Please. Please. Once again, we're just gonna go straight for a Kutsu. Should be all triangle. If it's not, I'm about to get hit with a chainsaw. Again, I don't think this is how chairs work. I'm fairly certain that's not how chairs work. Also, I swear down, the QTE went down way faster than it did on the console version there. You see that? I had barely any time to react to it. Like, it's okay because I knew obviously what was coming, but like, that was weird. Oh, you did this one, you fuck! Oh, don't you, God? Piss off! I should have gone for him because of that. I should have gone for the other guy. Alright. Bad start for this fight from me. I hate that misses some of those. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. The bags. I don't want to be here. The other guy will come towards me. That's why I'm going over here to take care of the rest of the ads. The other guy will come over to me, he says. Oh, I should have let it go slowly. Terrible fight. Terrible fight. I didn't play that. I played that really badly. I played that really, really badly. Holy shit. Oh, also, if you don't want to see spoilers for Lost Judgment, if you're planning to play it for yourself, I warn you, get out of the stream right now. There are unavoidable spoilers coming up right now. You cannot avoid them. You will see them. So, if you don't want to see spoilers, now is the time to look away. Oh, there might be some people here who are wondering about how the PC version is. Big spoilers coming up. PC version good. Please buy it. That's my professional opinion on the PC version. PC version good. Please buy it. Through thumbs up. There you go. Look at the blood. Desecrate the crime scene and steal the yearbook. What a good detective we are. Look at the back of the neck. Look at the door. You'll know what this means, right? Getting close to him. He's coming. I'm excited. He's coming and so am I. That's a text skip, not a start skip. Oh. Oh, right, that's not a skip. It's the bit where the bullies go, alright, maybe bullying is a bad idea. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Okay. It's a tech skip, not a start skip. Good lad. When I started running this game, for like 5 or 6 runs in a row, I would always start skip that text box, which is, obviously, as you probably guessed, like a second or two slower. I had to yell at myself every single time to stop skipping that. That's why I instinctively always say to myself when that text box comes up that it's a text box, because I have trained myself to yell at myself, to remind myself. And actually, not joking, when I have certain speedruns in my notes, I genuinely have some notes that are either reassuring or call me an idiot. Because there's some very, very obvious things with some of the speedruns that I do that I keep doing wrong every single time. So if I say in my notes, hey, do this, idiot, and I just keep calling myself an idiot, eventually I remember, alright, I'm an idiot. And then I just remember not to do that. As stupid as it is, positive kind of affirmation works. I wouldn't say it's positive, but... I wish I could leave school. I wish I could leave school. Okay, we're pretty good so far. But yes, he is coming, one of the big antagonists of the video game. I love this man. I love this man. Visual mods? No. No mods will ever be allowed. No mods will ever be allowed. You're literally modifying the game. Why do you think that would be allowed? Mods will never be allowed for any of the games. Like, I can say that with confidence right now. Like, we will never ever allow mods. You are literally modifying the video game.
What is it?
I'd be laptop. We get a look at the laptop in the next chapter. So we'll see whether it's the same model or not. Load removers not count as mods? No, because they don't modify the game files. The load removers run independently. They run in live split. So, the saves are encrypted too? Interesting.
Suspicious. Oh,
load removers literally work outside of the game. They don't actually, they're not an exe or any changes to game files. There's something that run in live split that reads the address. This is how load removers work. This is why I can never make a load remove myself, because I'm not smart enough. The load removers work by basically reading the address of the game, and there's certain addresses that basically say when the game is running or when it's in a load screen and stuff like that. So if I fucking hate this man with an absolute passion, if that address is currently going on, which live split is reading, then it will go, oh, this is a load, therefore I can't count it in the actual time. So yeah, load removers, I got 1 bar of EX for Soma. Fucking great. Load removers are not a mod, at all. If load removers were mods, they are the weirdest, mods that do not actually modify the game at all. Okay, why some might not allow them? So, allow me to regale you with the tale of Final Fantasy VIII. Not Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Final Fantasy VIII. The original version from PC from 20-odd years ago. Once I actually just vibe to this music for a second. Let me concentrate on this fight. I fucking love this man. And I fucking love his fight theme. Once again, I could write a 20-page essay on why Viper is one of the best fucking fight themes you'll ever hear from me. God, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Yes, please, Cat Jam. Once again, I would appreciate it. Do not counter me, good sir. It's been a while, I know, and we're on PC. Thanks for countering me. Thanks for messing me the fuck up. I've already messed this fight up. I'm upset. I've had enough already. I shouldn't be doing this pre-phase 2, but I've had enough. Soma is being very, very Soma today. Oh my god. I missed. Good for you. What's wrong? The counter didn't come out, that's what's wrong. I remember the last time I had a Soma fight this shit, to be honest. When I said I wanted to hear more of his theme, not like this. 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 Not like that. Even if I was on the console version, I'd still be losing like 30 seconds here. Dear God. Pros and cons of getting drunk. Ah, yes, a life lesson. Thank you. Thank you, Lost Judgment. I appreciate it. Also, the other nice thing about doing this as a test run as well is, I mean, I guess it's a bad test considering I never had the problems on K2 like other runners, but we can at least see if a full run is doable by somebody on actual hardware to see if we need to implement, like, obviously the crash rule like K2. Anyway, let me go back to the story from before. The original Final Fantasy VIII on PC. So the original Final Fantasy VIII on PC, not the remaster, the original one had a MIDI soundtrack, and the audio quality of said MIDI soundtrack was, for lack of a better word, poo-poo garbage. Oh, it's Tesso. I keep forgetting about Tesso. I remember Tesso this time.
Hey!
PC version so far, no noticeable differences. Real-time loads worse, but again, that doesn't matter if you're playing this casually. If you're playing this casually, it's a beautiful version of the game. If you're playing this casually, this is actually a really, really good version of the game. For speedrunning, it's a little off, but once we get a load remover, it will be the version everybody runs. Which is good. Which is very good. Having a PC version allows more people to run this game, and I'm happy about that. So yeah. Poo-poo terrible MIDI soundtrack on OG Final Fantasy VIII. So one day, a runner, I don't know who it was, because this was like years and years ago, decides to, you know, do something sensible and take the MP3s of the PS1 soundtrack and apply them to the PC version. And here's what happened. Fun fact. Final Fantasy VIII, the original version, not the remaster. Sure, I didn't get this guy, because that was a really good fight otherwise. Final Fantasy VIII, the original version. A couple of its actual triggers, in terms of, like, events and stuff, were tied to the music. The music. So because of the change to the music, RGB laptop, because of the change to the music, literally, that one runner who was doing it inauspiciously, he didn't know, you know, that it made it faster. Like, they didn't know they made it faster until, like, you know, the mod saw the run. It literally goes faster.
Hey.
Okay, the cursor does start at the top left. Good. So, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I am really against... That's not Yoko Sawa.
However,
That's not Yoko Sawa. Hold on a second here. Hang on a second here. This is Yoko Sawa.
What the?
No, so that's one of the reasons why I don't want to accept mods for the Yakuza games. Because here's the thing. Most of the Yakuza runs that we do are held together with goddamn duct tape. A reminder that Kiwami 1 breaks at FPS higher than 60. The game doesn't work properly. It works out better for us speedrunners, but the actual core mechanics and way that the game works doesn't work properly. If you're wondering what I mean by that, you know how every boss in K1 has their Kiwami moves, and they go into their Kiwami mode, and when you get to Shimano in Chapter 3, or a couple of the bosses halfway through the game onwards, they all have their HP regen. If you're running higher than 60 FPS, there is a very high chance that that HP regen will not work. So, inherently, the gameplay is already changed. And that's the reason why I don't want to... That's why the reason I don't want to allow mods for runs is because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? Like, some of the games are literally duct taped together. Allowing mods will open up Pandora's box. And when you allow mods, it will also then go into other things as well, like if you allow X, why won't you allow Y, for example? Like, If you allow mods, why don't you allow macros to hit multiple attacks at the same time? Ah, dear viewer, that also breaks the video game and allows you to do an unfair amount of damage in some games and just do things that are impossible in others. You allow mods, you go down an exceptionally slippery slope. There has only ever been one case where we would have allowed a mod, and that's for Kiwami 2.
All video games are essentially janky towers made of code and dreams. They're just good at hiding it.
It's true. Some of them are also very good, like this video game. Please buy this video game. Kiwami 2. There is this real messed up situation with Kiwami 2. This is going to sound... Holy shit. Now that the game actually went quiet. Hold on.
You won't get away.
Oh, Jesus. This game is causing my graphics card to go absolutely berserk. I can hear it from here. Holy shit. Yikes. What the fuck? The fan of my graphics card is going absolutely berserk right now. Holy shit. Well, this is the important chase section, by the way. I have to not make mistakes here. So, the situation with Kiwami 2 is a weird one. So, essentially, Kiwami 2 seems to have not been tested on anything more than a 5-core PC. Which, for a PC port that only came out a couple of years ago, isn't a good thing. So, here's the problem. 95% of our runners for K2 will always, without fail, crash at one specific point in the run. To mitigate that, and not have them lose a minute, we need a crash rule that allows them to, you know, pause the timer and quit out of the game. We tried using the special K mod because we thought that the special K mod would, you know, hopefully give our runners a chance to be able to play the game without having to, you know, use the crash rule. Nope. And that is the only time we have ever considered a mod for any runs. Have VSync enabled? No. No, I am locked 60. I am locked 60. Frame drops on stream? Not on my end. It could be Twitch. Could be Twitch. Because they're definitely not on my end. I've dropped 119 frames this stream, and those were at the very start of the stream. So I remember seeing them.
Yeah. Catch you later.
So I'm not saying you all aren't seeing them. I fully believe you are seeing them. But yeah, I'm not dropping my end. So it could be Twitch, it could be the ingestion server, because one of the ingestion servers died last week. Twitch Europe server's struggling, please help. Alright, you survived the first hit. I can't keep dead. Surprised I got another combo off. Happy, but surprised. Which is annoying at times. Yeah, it is. It's been breaking a lot lately. I had a lot of time saving that chapter, so I'm kind of surprised that well, I'm not surprised that I actually managed to get close to being that split. Wait, as you reset the page. I think it's a Twitch thing. It's not my end. Not my end. Well, it's also a bit of a shame, because if it was my end, you know, it wouldn't be your end, but no, it's my end. Oh, let's kill some time, I forgot. Oh, you forgot. Oh, you forgot. Oh, you forgot. Hey, Ryu. Ryu, if you're wondering about performance for this game, game runs beautifully. Game is absolutely, like, perfect 60 FPS. No differences at all to the console version. Technical-wise, very, very good. For speedrunning, as you can probably tell, I'm 3 minutes behind. Some of that is down to rust, but a lot of that is down to, unfortunately, the PC port. The PC port has a little bit of extra load times to most of the loads that are changing the map. Oh, right, murder. Yeah, I forgot the murder. I keep doing that. I keep getting the murder at the minute. So yeah, the PC version with a load remover will be really good. PC version separated into its own category with load remover will be very good, because like that load screen there is not in the PS5 version. That load screen there just doesn't exist. It's only like a second. Like, it's only literally a second. It's not something, again, if you're playing these games casually, I wanna say for anyone coming in, like, wondering how the PC version, like, actually performs, the PC version of this game runs like a fucking dream. Like, I've had no problems with it. I am someone that has extensively played the PS5 version, and the only difference in the PS5 version of this and the PC version is 1 extra second of load per these loading screens, which, again, if you're playing these games casually, you're not going to care about this one little load screen here. Like, that's what? 2 seconds?
Sure thing.
Like, you're not gonna care about that. Like, that doesn't matter to you. An extra 1 or 2 seconds is not important if you're playing these games casually. But I, as a speedrunner, it's very important. Because it's literally, like, every single load time, which is really bad. For me as a speedrunner, bad. However, for you as a casual player, good. So, yeah. Why do kind of files on this run? I don't know. I will be very, very brutally honest right now. The only thing that I am thinking of doing after this run is having a shit. Because my stomach hurts. It's a little graphic. It's more than a little graphic, but unfortunately that's my entire feelings right now, is I really need to have a shit. And then I'll figure out, because I've been awake for... What time is it? I've been awake for a good 16 hours at this point, so I am starting to get... I don't want to go to Camera. I want to go to school. I am getting a little tired at this point. Mood? Yep. So a PS5 player not even seeing the loading screen this game until now. Yeah, same. It's the same with the... Wait, is this the load? This might be the... Oh, it's the fucking kill time section. You idiot. This is Rust. This is down to Rust. I'm gonna get a phone call here. Yeah.
Hello?
My bad. My bad. What will be LAD today? Oh, I said that yesterday was LAD. I also said that today would be Dead Rising 2. But hey, guess what? Judgment and Lost Judgment came out on PC. Actually, no, I did say it would be LAD today. I did LAD. I did it earlier. I did it earlier as part of a day stream. I forgot. It's still the same day. Doesn't feel like the same day. I changed my shirt. Changed my shirt because I was really sticky earlier. I could literally have gotten away with saying, hey, it's a different day. Yeah, then RGG just decided to tweet out that Judgment was available on PC. How the hell could they do that? How could they just turn around and say, hey, Judgment is now available for PC players? The absolute audacity. The absolute sheer audacity. Yeah, LAD did die. Again, to Chapter 6. I'm starting to get worried about that. Erase the footage. Watanabe. Gauge extension, Tiger. Oops. I swear these menus are also going a little quicker. I swear these menus are going a little quicker in terms of getting skills. I do not think that is possible. I am fairly certain that is what's happening. This is an insta-death QTE. Yeah, okay, no, you don't get less time. That was the normal time. Yeah, no, that was the normal time. That's good. I wanted to double check, because I thought earlier one of these QTEs went way faster. No, that's normal time. Oh, I got the wrong timing. I got the wrong timing. This is why you don't want to get hit by EX attacks, folks. You lose a good, like, 15 to 20 seconds, depending on the EX attack you get hit by. Ew. Terrible. Terrible. There should be 6 down in the taxi list, I think? Should they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Nice. I was right. 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 Good. I was right. Good. Yeah, as Rosa says, the character model files are apparently encrypted, and so are the save files, so... Not that I think that's gonna stop people.
Alright.
But it's obviously a thing that they had to agree to alongside De Nouveau. I am fairly certain My PC is not a bad PC. I am fairly certain, and again, I'm using a 2 PC setup, so my CPU isn't being used up by streaming. I am fairly certain. Nice police placement, actually. I'm fairly confident it's Denuvo causing that extra second of load. Do not throw a smoke bomb at him. Swear to God. I need that thing.
Too close.
I'm fairly certain it's Denuvo causing it. Sometimes I'm looking here to see if some of these are skippable now instead of not skippable. But literally every cutscene that wasn't skippable before is still not skippable, and obviously the skippable stuff is still skippable. So it is a literal port of the game to PC, but it's a very good port of the game to PC. It runs absolutely beautifully. On Discord looking at it, they'll get it done within 24 hours. Trust me, I believe in them. We should probably ask the modding Discord if it would be possible to make a cutscene remover for some of the older games like 5. They would be able to find a way. They would be able to find a way. Rust aside, how fast PC? Okay, so of the 3 minutes that I have lost in this run, only about a minute and a half of that is Rust. Which should tell you all you need to know. Denuvo is absolutely causing extra loads. You'll see the extra loads that I don't get in the PS5 version during every single transition. When we're done with this set piece, you'll see the loading screen pop up, which I think you've seen in the PS4 Pro version, but we obviously don't get that in the PS5 version. So I'm fairly confident of saying Denuvo is causing loads, but it's only causing a second to load. Obviously for real time, that's not good, but if we get a load remover, that's not gonna matter. Make PC its own category, give it a load remover, and I think we're good. I think we're golden. This will genuinely still be the version to run, even if it's not fastest real time. I think it's only going to end up being like on a good run, about 3 minutes slower real time than PS5. But obviously, the advantage of having it on PC is load remover. I think with a good load remover, I think it doesn't matter about these load times. So now, let's see if this bit's fucked. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. I got lucky. Holy shit. Yes, it absolutely is. I was kind of hoping they'd fix that bit, but nope. But as far as the actual game goes, like, tech-wise, it's really good. It's still absolutely brilliant. It plays and runs exactly like the PS5 version. No extra things, nothing broken, nothing that doesn't work that used to work, etc. It runs absolutely as buttery smooth as the PS5 version. It's just that every load time gets an extra second of loads. Not like, you can see here in the set pieces they don't, but when coming out of set pieces and like changing cities and stuff like that, it does. That's why I think it's Denuvo. Because, again, I'm on like medium settings right now, and obviously getting it, so. On 60 FPS, yeah, I'm not trying higher than 60, because... Well, I mean, I can, but for today, this is obviously a test for the run. I meant to do a different combo here, actually. That still happens, by the way, where you will miss, like, the last hit of your combo. Oh, nice, I got you high. Don't like that he moved, because now I'm going to miss everybody else. Okay, I managed to get my combo off in time. Segura, please take care of him. The AI also still works exactly like it did on the original version, so obviously your AI doesn't kill the last enemy. Nice kick. Doesn't kill the enemy on the last hit. There should be 6 down, 1 down. So there's probably going to be a load screen here in a second. Yeah, this one. These load screens don't turn up on PS5. As you can see, it's like an extra like 2 seconds per. So for real time, it's definitely slower than PS5. But again, I think if we separate it to its own, like, category, give it a load remover, I don't think it's a problem. What is the problem is running close to this fight spawn. That is dangerous.
So, you...
Sure.
Marking night and day. Yeah, having simultaneous releases for the future games is really good.
Calm down.
I will not calm down. Vice Minister Reiko Kusumoto. Okay. Let's see if I can do this fight properly. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cat Jam.
Stay out of my way.
messed up my combo and didn't do the hit before charge. That's fine. This should still be good. Yeah. Not too bad. What I wanted to do was delay my third hit to make sure that that one hit as a charged hit, but I didn't. So, slightly messed up the end of that fight. Otherwise, good fight. God, I love that fight. Zhao's ass, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch him making another cameo in Like a Dragonition. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. English dub is about... We said it was like 45 seconds faster. There's a very long, unskippable set of messages earlier on in the game, which again, as I said from earlier, the Yakuza 4 tactic does not work, unfortunately. The audio, the game doesn't continue in the background. It does give you the controller disconnected prompt like it does in the other Yakuza games, but unfortunately the audio doesn't continue in the background. So it unfortunately doesn't work in this game, which really sucks because that would have been a really neat trick. But yeah, unfortunately, when I say it's a one-to-one of the console version, we've got nothing new for Speed Tech. Bit of a shame. Genuinely a bit of a shame, but... Essentially, there's just a long, unskippable cutscene. It's tied to the audio and the speed of the audio, and as you can probably guess, English is faster. I knew that wasn't going to hit, that's why I didn't do a charge. Cool. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, no swear. Yeah, I mean, I only started the run a little while ago. 2 hours ago, apparently. That's not a little while ago. But yeah, again, as I said, I think if the literal only complaint I have about this, and it's from a speedrunner perspective, not a casual perspective, is the fact that we get an extra second of loads per certain loading screens. Again, if you're playing this casually, that's not going to matter to you. For us as speedrunners, it is going to matter to us, but once we get a load remover, it's not going to matter. Like, literally, it'll be nice, it'll be fair again, like all the other runs that have load removers. Which is all of them at this point, actually. Interestingly enough. But at least this way as well, someone's gonna have done a full run, so Toxic can look over the VOD and, like, pick it apart with a fine-tooth comb, but as I'm saying, like, this feels exactly like the PS5 version. Like, it feels exactly like the PS5 version. There's nothing that's, like, broken in terms of damage. There's nothing that's broken in terms of, like, animation and stuff like that. It's exactly the same. Which is good. It's a very good thing. Just goddamn Denuvo. Just goddamn Denuvo. It's a shame. So yeah, hopefully we can have someone make us a load remover. That would be fantastic. Because I do think with a load remover, this will be the most popular version of this game to run, and for good reason. For very good reason. Animations may be broken on high FPS. It's true. For the run, absolutely, it's locked at 60. There's zero way in hell we don't lock it to 60. Zero way in hell we do not. Zero way in hell. Also, we still can't taxi inside of the school, as you can probably guess. That's the wrong conversation line. Whoops. Beautiful. Cool. But yeah, we'll get to the end of the run. Worth seeing through the end. And the nice thing is, I know obviously it's a bit of a weird test considering, you know, my PC runs perfectly for K2. No crashes, nothing like that. So it's a good sign. Very important map. We must show the map to everybody. Kaito drew a dick butt on it. I could imagine Kaito actually doing that. I don't think he would mess around with evidence. Sayori's hitbox is still a pain in the ass to try and hit, by the way. That is not fixed. So, literally, yeah, it's still the same. So, so that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, this shit is also still the same. We still have to do the walk with Sayori as well. So, unfortunately, we can't skip this, sadly, either. Let's see if Yagami walks behind us. I'm fairly certain this is the same move speed. It feels it, that's for sure. We'll know with Yagami's head. Yep, same move speed. Yep, absolutely same move speed. Cool. Good. Cool. Yeah, from like a technical aspect, I'm actually really happy with this. The thing that is probably going to be a pain is OG Judgment is now going to be quite long. I haven't looked at OG Judgment, but I'm assuming OG Judgment gets like seconds of loads like this does. So for again speedrunning, that'll be a pain. Unless they added a way to skip the tail segments. That would be nice.
I passed by.
not gonna have done that. Anyway, I hate this bit. I'm not talking about the plot of this bit, because otherwise I'll be ranting about it for hours, because this bit fucking sucks. Fuck you, Hoshino. I can't believe they completely assassinated your character in this video game. Shock. Absolute shock. What's my level up for Kutsu again? It's grip, it's gauge, it's extension, it's tortoise and adamantine. Yeah. Yep, Kimchi. Yep. Yep. You are correct. Yep. So the first game, to put it into speedrun perspective, because obviously the speedrun, we know how long these things take. If you do everything perfectly, make no mistakes or anything like that, and they're all scripted, so nothing should go wrong. In OG Judgment, in the story alone, there are 40 minutes, 40 minutes of tailing segments. There are 11 of them. In Lost Judgment, even though the game starts with a tailing segment, there is one, and it lasts 4 minutes. Now, unfortunately, Kaito Files has... I almost got a bit scared there, because I was like, is that really the SP... Is that really the SP amount? Yes, it is. That's not the correct level up, my dude. That's definitely... What am I... Yeah, that's what I'm after. Jesus Christ. That's fine. That won't actually hurt my bottom line in terms of stuff. It's a cheap one, at least. I'm sorry, I had to concentrate there, and I've got concentrating is hard for me sometimes. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I should move around this guy before I do that, because now I'm going to just push him away. Go phase 2, Kutsu. Thank you. That way I can walk everybody else. I should be, like, style swapping as well here. Oh, I missed that. I should have dodged that. I keep forgetting that's a throw. Ouch. Ouch. Terrible fight. Kutsu, leave me be. Bad fight. Couch glitch still works. Ooh. Neat. 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 But yeah, so in terms of the tailing segments, in OG Judgment, 40 minutes are mandatory tailing segments. In this game, 4 minutes are mandatory tail segments. It was very brave of RGG to start with a tailing segment, because with how people absolutely hate the tailing segments for reasons I can fully understand, actually starting with a tailing segment in this game was a very brave thing, and thankfully we have a way to speed up the first tailing segment of this run. The downside, Kaito's DLC, that man right there, unfortunately has a much longer tailing segment. Here's the upside to that. Fellow Lost Judgment runner King Duncan in chat found that Kaito's tailing segments have actual speedrun skips in them. Which is very nice. Which is very, very nice. Because that tailing segment for Kaito used to be something stupid like 8 minutes long. And thanks to King Duncan, it's now like 6 minutes. Still quite a long time. I don't actually think it's that long. I don't think it's like 6 minutes. It's probably like 5 minutes, but it's still a bloody long time.
Yeah.
This is not skippable. I remember this isn't skippable. I always try and skip this cutscene. It's not skippable. But yeah, if if I was playing this, like, without the knowledge that, you know, this is the PC version, other than obviously the load screens, I would have assumed I'm playing the PS5 version. Like, both in terms of looks and speed. Genuinely. So. Yep, still long, but it is genuinely, as you say, it's actually nice to have some speed tech in those sections, you know? Because now, instead of them just being long, you get to say, oh, hey, look at this cool thing we can do. This cool thing is skipping the thing.
What else is there?
Psycho. Psycho, we've got to go. But yeah, so far, every tail segment, every chase section, every stealth section, every action section has worked exactly the same. For better or worse. Looking at you, action sections.
Enough with your...
Well, I actually think the LAD's chase section was just to give the player something to do at the start of the game and not just throw them straight into a fight. Because, like, I think if it threw the player straight into a fight, I think it would have been a bit bland. So I think because there's a lot of cutscenes, remember. Like, it's the first intro of Itchy. You get 4 big long cutscenes.
What have we here?
Hit circle, my dude. What the fuck am I doing? 0508 question mark? Face up, that's the code for this door. For real. It does make me happy when I don't do these runs for a while and all of a sudden I remember. Yeah, skip a text box here. But it does make me happy when I remember what these codes are after I haven't done these runs for like a couple of months. So. But no, I think LADs, I do wonder genuinely whether they wanted more in the game, but I think they left that one in so that, you know, it gave the player something to do, because you have to go through Arakawa's backstory before you get to, like, actually get into that chase section. And then you have another cutscene before you fight bloody Ushio with his bloody bestiality videos. So I think they wanted something for the player to do. Which it works. Oh yeah, we'll actually get to see whether the PC version messes with your grip gauge here. Because if it does, I won't be able to make the next section in one go. This one's absolutely fine. Yeah, that intro, as you say, like, you would know as well with the cutscene skips, like, those intros are bloody long. Those intros are very bloody long. So I think, I genuinely think the chase section, like, whether that be, like, something they wanted to add more of, I think it's intentional to be there and, like, not removed. I'm fairly certain. Like, you know, it gives the player also a sense of impetus, you know. You gotta go after this guy, you know. He's up to no good. Yeah, good night, Rosa. Have a good sleep. I'm also going to be going to sleep soon because I am bloody tired. And awake for a good 16, 17 hours at this point. Completely changed my sleep schedule to be up for the summit. Stamina for grip here looks fine. Yeah, I think we're good. Yep. PC version hasn't broken this. That's nice. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. When I started the tail segment, I was a little off in terms of where I started my position, so that's why I had a little less this time. We're good. I do love that, having a bit of an AoE on it. It is useful.
And stay down.
Yeah, cool.
Ah, still does the same thing where if you're too close to this, you can't actually activate it.
Okay.
I've been playing the other Yakuza games. Yes. Yakuza graphics look so bad. Who cares? If you are a snob for technicalities, you're not going to get on very well with the series. Simple as that.
Alright, let's go.
No, you should play all the Yakuza games. Start with 0. Go now. Play them right now. I don't know what you're doing. Go play them right now. Are you looking? No, good. No need for that, Zach. No need for that. Chill out. Like, graphics aren't everything, but again, like, if you care that much about them, you aren't gonna have a fun time with this series, because this series very much likes to reuse assets. It's how, you know, they get to keep making these games, is because, you know, reuse the assets. You don't have to, you know, make new assets. It's nice. It helps ease development. And, yeah, can't skip that as well. Good to know. Oh no, it is hard. It is hard to go from a PS5 game to Yakuza 3, but you take it. Going outside is the best graphics. I went outside the other day and I found a steak. Like, going outside has its merits. The steak was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Had a lot of gristle to it. Like, well, the actual steak itself was pretty good, but the actual, like, the gristle parts, like, overwhelmed it a lot, which is a shame. Okay, yeah, good. You can still do the timing. That's a Dragon Engine thing. That's happened before. that's happened before. Absolutely. That is absolutely a thing that has happened before. That's not a PC port thing. No, I've had that happen before many times. That was me getting a bit too close to the guy. I am fairly certain most of us as runners of Lost Judgment have had that happen at least once or twice. It happened 3 times now. Yeah, like, you have to go into them knowing that obviously they are based on the PS3 versions, but you will literally miss out on some absolutely amazing experiences. Again, look aside how you feel about, obviously, Yakuza 5's story. Most people would very much agree that Yakuza 5 as... This might not work, because he's looking. Yakuza 5 as a gameplay experience is absolutely one of the best. Like, Yakuza 5's fighting system is brilliant. Yakuza 5 has so many sides content to it. Like, Yakuza 5 is actually genuinely amazing.
That's a good
and to hear with RGG 8 they want to build a game bigger than Yakuza 5, like, holy shit. Alright. Find a way to fix pool and bowling first. If you can find a way to get pool and bowling into RGG8 or LAD8,
ready?
Yeah, sure, I'll agree. It's, you know, the most ambitious game. Not bad. Not bad.
And stay down.
Dunk those noodles any day. Do I have something that you're going to enjoy hearing? That noodle dunking minigame is also in Like a Dragon Ishin. I'm not kidding. That noodle dunking minigame is also in Ishin. So, look forward to playing that again. It looks like every single one of Ishin's original minigames are in Like a Dragon Ishin. From the gameplay trailer that they accidentally showed off earlier. It looks like every single minigame from the original version is back in, which is really good. Unfortunately, that also means that the farming stuff with Haruka is also still back in. That stuff's alright, it's just a bit of a grind. That stuff's actually not too bad. It's the business minigame of Ishin, but it's not that bad. It's just fun to be scared by that. I would say that the battle missions from the battle dungeon stuff are worse than the Haruka farming stuff, but from what we've seen, it already looks like they're actually, like, changing those up. So, that's a very good thing. That's a very, very good thing. So, they're taking literally one of the most blandest and boring parts of Ishin and making it better while keeping everything else the same. Like, hell yes. The battle dungeon stuff was okay, but the trouble is, you have to do the battle dungeon stuff to fight Amon in Ishin, and it's all just cave systems. Oh, I messed up my movement. I didn't get the side of that.
Here we are.
Here we are indeed. Look, that's on me. Oh god, I hated the battle dungeon. The battle dungeon was terrible. The fact that you have to do that for Amon and then farm it for pieces to upgrade your sword was terrible. Whoops. Bartender stuff. I mistaken? Or did the menu go the other way this time? The quicker way? That's just me misremembering, right? I'm sure that's just me misremembering. I felt quicker. I'm sure that's just me misremembering. I'm fairly certain that's just placebo. I'm fairly certain I'm misremembering. Good stuff. OG Ishin does have a shit ton to it. It's great. So, has Convision's game also in the original Judgment? Nope. This map isn't in the original Judgment. So it'd be a little hard for the school to be in the original Judgment. Wow, got knocked out already? Okay, that pushed me along. That was weird. But so that's a Dragon Engine thing, so... He's got to go into his EX, which is why I'm leaving him alone. Fortunately, now he has a gun. Oh. I kind of messed up Shimazaki and my combo, but other than Shimazaki, I think that was a good fight. But I definitely messed him up with my combos there. I think it was a good fight otherwise, but I definitely messed him up with my combos. Pushed him a way that I didn't want to push him, to be honest. So, alright, fair enough. Fair enough. You mean LAD? Yeah, no, not in LAD. No. It was introduced in this game. Can't top your lungs, no fucking way. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of sad because we did a Ishin run, and I was in two minds whether I wanted to actually like stream the Sony State of Play, and I was just like, nah, I'm too tired. I'm just gonna chill off stream. I'm not gonna watch it. And I shit you not, when the announcement lady when they had the Sega logo on, and she was like, you know, here's a brand new remake from the team at Sega, made from the ground up, featuring, like, you know, a game... Ooh, whoops. Featuring a game that has never come out of Japan. I literally sat there, like... There's no way. Because there's not that many things that fit that bill from Sega. And... the second that the date of like 1800, whatever it was, and like the actual area turned up on screen, I fucking knew. I've just played this video game for 5 hours. I know exactly what this fucking video game is.
I'm going to try. Oh.
I do actually think that RGG went the absolute correct way about. That's still unskippable, good. Went absolutely the correct way about, announcing Ishin, because that made everybody hype for the, RGG Summit, but also lulled us into a false sense of security about the RGG Summit, because I'm fairly certain, yep, end of point of no return, I'm fairly certain all of us agreed at that point that that was going to be the big game they showed off during the summit, and that we'd probably see a little bit about, you know, RGG8, which, yeah, that happened. And then so did Gaiden, which I don't think any of us would have ever expected. Because we've all been asking for a side game. Most of us have been asking, you know, for a game set between 0 and K1, because that thematically would make sense and would actually be really cool. But I don't think any of us would have, you know, put money on a quotation mark side game, because the story is still canon. So I'm kind of hesitant to call it a side game.
What about you?
Set between 6 and 7, as well as 7 and 8. Like, what the hell? No one expected it. And that's the reason why RGG did such a good job by revealing Ishin at the State of Play. Because we all knew Ishin was going to get a giant blowout at the State of Play. again, those of us who have played Ishin, even though, like, we knew at that point the game was getting remade, wouldn't have said that there were going to be those actor changes. So we even got a brand new surprise there as well.
Let's go, young.
Like, RGG, if you go back and look at the reveal trailer from the State of Play, none of those cutscenes show the actor changes. Every single one of them only shows the old team, and the only high-res footage, or the high-res screenshots that they showed off that weren't part of the trailer, the only one they showed off from a character that wasn't in the trailer was Mine. So at that point, everyone's like, oh god, Mine still looks fucking sexy. So everyone still thought, you know, Mine's in this, so everyone else is going to be in here. And then in the actual RGG Summit, the scene changes to the Shinsen Gumi members, and the first person you fucking see is Kuze instead of Hamazaki. I will never forget how much I lost my shit at that moment. Like, I have not lost my shit that much in a long time. I'm not even the world's biggest fan of Kuze, but I completely lost my shit. Holy hell. The character changes are funny, because I think actually a lot of them work. Like, Zhao for Baba. I think Baba has this, like, slight innate creepiness to him that kind and, like, almost innocence, like, that actually works for Baba's character in Ishin. But Zhao also can bring that. Judy Han being the sadistic Yamazaki is a weird one, but it also works if you remember his role in 6. Like, there's a couple of things that just really, really work with these character changes. Like, it's so bizarre. Don't forget, thingy. Where are we? Yeah, right in the bell. Just in case we get knocked to the ground. This fight, you can tell how well you're doing by the timing of the... Oh, God. That's a Dragon Engine, not PC thing. I've had that happen before. By when Tsukumo does one of his smoke bombs, my combo keeps getting interrupted, though. That's my fault. I'm going to get a smoke bomb here, because both the large HP enemies are still relatively alive. And trying to murder me. Shame that Pig actually pushed this guy over, because he was actually really in the line of fire for that. Wait, someone's alive? I swear he wasn't on me. Remember when I said your teammate AI wasn't aggressive in this game? Apparently I was talking shit. I think it was because he was in the middle of an attack. God, speaking of sexy fucking Yakuza characters, hi, Soma. Jesus. But, yeah. And it's also kind of funny if you consider that the vast majority of replaced characters in Ishin are from Yakuza 5, bar, like, the original ones. Is the map. Well, I don't know why I hesitated. It's always the fucking map. The Vex credibility. It is familiar with Jin and Kawana. Here's the Deus Ex Machina phone call, which was a lot more effective than the original Judgment, if you ask me. Judgment Free, please don't do this again. Judgment Free, actually, genuinely, please don't do this again, because that will really cheapen it out. So, yeah. Yeah, Shibusawa is the one that I am most kind of about. The trouble is, I don't think anyone will do as well in that role outside of the original actor. I think Baba's based on a real guy, but, like, there are definitely... I think that, like, despite, you know... Oh, right, for some reason they all start in front of us to start the cutscene there, like, behind us. I think that there is... I think that there is very inspired recasting choices in there, and I think there's a couple that are a bit weird. I definitely think... I 100% think, and you know how I keep saying that Zero fans are gonna love Ishin? Not because I had insider information on what was gonna happen, but because, genuinely, I think the Zero Lieutenants are to appease Zero's fans and to get them to get Ishin. You know? Zero's fans will see Kuze and they'll want to get the game. I think that's the reason why they definitely put, you know, those 3 actors into the roles. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think Awano replacing Hayashi is smart. I think that Kuze replacing Hamazaki is very good. I'm just a little whatever about Shibusawa. I don't think that Shibusawa's actor is a bad actor. It's just that Shibusawa's actor and the way that he portrayed Shibusawa in Zero is very different to Takeshi Hanpeiter's character in Ishin. And Takeshi Hanpeiter is an exceptionally important character in Ishin. But the thing is, there's no reason to, like, think this when, you know, we don't have the game yet. He could do a fantastic job, and I think he will do a fantastic job. But I am a little somewhat concerned. Oops. Hello, HP Barnet. I'm building my EX before I do my EX mode. Now I'll do it. I also think that being on Unreal is going to change up the combat in a little way, which, again, could be a good thing. It definitely looks a lot faster paced, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but there is a rhythm to the combat in OG Ishin that I will be upset if it's, like, not there, because you can't do that rhythm in any of the Dragon Engine games so far. So I'm a little curious as to how it will work. Not in, like, a negative way, but just in, like, a curious way. I should really be, you know, doing my camera a bit better. You don't have to actually take care of the guys with HP bars in this fight. It's just nice to get rid of them because they can be problematic. I should also be trying to get, you know, the bonus attack speed. Wouldn't you like to hit me? Thanks, large lad. They added the large lads with an ability to throw enemies in this game. Thank you. Now I attack fast. Now I'm dead. Kind of spreading the enemy a little too far, which is not good. I don't like the guy with the sledgehammer, so I'll take you now. It's the next enemy that's the real problem, though. That's... hit me. Thank you. Would you like to hit me? Come on. No. Too far away. Didn't mean to go to Snake Star, but sure, why not? Where are you? There you are, because this man can kill me. This man can kill me outright. He has to die. He has got to go.
Hi, Fu. That RTG summon was still awesome. Us Jungi-han enjoyers won today.
Listen, we've got Jungi Han in a role where he's mostly shirtless in the game. Yes. God, yes. Kazucheri's like, give me the 500 bits. Sorry, I have to concentrate on that fight because there's a couple of enemies in there that can actually murder me. Because we don't have any HP upgrades in this run, and at this point we are very much close to death. Nice Agashi. I want to get that so I can get my attack buff. And now I want my attack speed buff. Hit me! Hit me! Did that give me an attack speed buff off of Kaito? Look how much faster that is when you're under the attack speed buff. Drop your gun! I wasn't expecting this guy to actually run up to me, so... I should also be getting my attack damage back up because I've lost it. Oh, that's terrible. I was hoping that I would actually connect with that attack. Man, I haven't been this stunned since I fought Amon. Ouch. That's slightly mean. Oh shit, I'm gay. Oh, listen. Mostly naked Jungi Han for the majority of Ishin. Yes, please. Yes, fucking please. I think everybody won in general. Like, today, as of today, HD, almost Dragon Engine, but actually Unreal Engine, Mine exists. My god. Also, interesting, like, theory pointed out. With, obviously, the Gaiden cutscene that we saw from the start of the game, and the fact that, obviously, they're talking about, like, obviously it's the Daidoji folk, and they're talking about, you know, protecting Kiryu's family, etc. Makes you wonder if we're going to Okinawa.
Stay down.
Because we do know that RGG8 is going to have a new map. But what if Gaiden is in Okinawa? We don't know anything about Gaiden. There's no guarantee that Gaiden is Izazaki Jincho or Kamurocho.
Hey.
Like, they haven't confirmed it.
God.
Imagine if Gaiden just takes place in downtown Okinawa. It obviously doesn't. It's going to go to Izazaki Jincho because the thing that I'm thinking, the tutor are still here. The thing that I'm thinking, the protection job is clearly Watase. The protection job is absolutely clearly Watase because that would be the build up to LAD. Because we know that, you know, in LAD, Kiryu is considered a mercenary. It's very, very clear that this job is for Kiryu to protect Watase. Which, hey, that means we're getting Watase. That means we're getting Watase content, folks.
Almost there. Let's do it.
We're getting Watase content, folks. We fucking eating well today. We eating fucking well today. So I'm excited for Gaiden and the fact that the second that Gaiden started at Daidoji Temple, I had a feeling that was the name of the folks with the fixer, Minoru Daidoji, and I was just like, is that a coincidence? And then when the guy said he was like for the Daidoji Foundation, it's just like, oh no, these are the fuckers from the ending of Yakuza 6, which is funny because on the one hand I'm really excited because of that. But on the other hand, I do feel like constantly bringing back Kiryu really cheapens the ending of Yakuza 6. I am kind of conflicted. I've said multiple times, I do think they should stop using Kiryu. And I still firmly believe that. I do genuinely firmly believe that they should stop using Kiryu. I'm hoping that Gaiden gives us a good enough hook for Kiryu being in LAD8, because that sounds like what it's going to do. But again, I am still a little off about Kiryu constantly being used. He's a good character, and I don't mind him being used in spin-off stuff like Gaiden, although Gaiden is main canon. But yeah. How did I miss that man? How did I miss that man? I'm kind of a bit, you know, it's clear that that statement they made a couple of years ago about, you know, Kiryu's ending and wanting LAD to be the start of a new storyline, it's kind of clear something's changed.
What the?
You looks like Suzuki from 5. Fuck. Okay, that got me. I don't know why I'm trying to skip that. Yeah, we just run forward. If I had good movement, we just run forward. The fake out at the end of LAD8. I think it might be building up to that. I'm kind of hoping it does. Like, all these games, and like, you know, building up Yakuza 6 as the end of Kiryu's story, and then coming back with RGG8 and saying, hey, Kiryu's a protagonist. You better have a damn good hook for that. Because, as much as I love Kiryu, I do love Kiryu, I am at the point where I'm kind of tired as Kiryu as a main character. We have him in so many games, and he's a good main character, but you are cheapening the whole, you know, this is the end of the Kiryu saga when LAD brings him back, which is fair enough. It feels like a baton pass moment, you know. I can actually get behind, like, Kiryu in LAD, understandable. Gaiden, explaining why Kiryu is there in LAD and also setting up for 8, sure, alright. But having Kiryu as a main protagonist again is, I don't know. I mean, that hair is a disguise, and obviously we're going to find out why soon. But it is a bit, it's interesting. And the reason why it's so, like, why it freaks people out is because, you know, we're used to Kiryu not having, like, hair like that. But hey, Kiryu turned into a sexy grandpa. I am okay with this. My phone is going off. It is calling me a, let me see here. Goddamn horny sim.
Stop. Gotta think.
You need a lift?
Can't be my phone called me out.
Clear in the path. Because of that, I found this.
Come on board.
Also, I don't think they've confirmed.
This ought to be good.
They haven't confirmed Ishin is getting a dub yet, have they? I hope it does. I genuinely hope it does. I'd like to hope that the dubs continue through the series. Again, I will always do my first playthroughs in Japanese, because that's just the way we do it. But I'm still happy that these games have a dub for people for accessibility stuff. Like, if you don't like the dub, fair enough, but please don't go around yelling about how much you hate the dub, because you still have 2 different localization tracks. You still have, like, you still have the Japanese dub, which, that's there for you. Like, it's just, it seems pointless. It just seems pointless to moan about, you know, the dub when, you know, yeah, you're gonna play it in Japanese, and you can play it in Japanese. There's no point in moaning about it. Having the dub in the game is not going to ruin your enjoyment of, you know, your Yakuza game. Like, you're not being forced to do it at all. That's there for people for accessibility issues, and for people who like dubs. It gets more people into the series, because again, don't forget, these games are exceptionally long. They are bloody 40, 50-hour adventures. Nice. Wait, no, that stunned me? No, not nice, not nice. Harada, go back to making Tekken 8. Sorry for asking you for shit. I forgot this game gives you, like, the very basic, like, leapfrog, but it doesn't give you any attacks for leapfrog. Sakurai, please do not go back to making Smash. Enjoy your break.
Really, guys?
I think it's going to be subbed only. I think Gaiden will be dubbed. I think Gaiden will be dubbed. I think Ishin's going to be sub only. I heard about the PS5 story. Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad. Also, as somebody with a PS5 and now the ability to speedrun Judgment and Lost Judgment on PC, the actual usage of my PS5 is dwindling rapidly. I didn't want to use this attack on Soma. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Whoops. Says English subs only for on the Steam page. Okay. Wasn't there a Yakuza that was like that and then added the dub? I can't remember. Sell my PS5 to Harada. If he gives me a free copy of Tekken 8, I probably would.
Yagami!
Like, I know that there are games coming for the PS5, but I will say this. I'm somebody that, as someone who owns, like, the next-gen consoles, the only ones I own are a PS5 and a Switch. I'm not a fanboy, and I don't like that fanboy shite in here, but Microsoft are doing everything better than Sony right now. Like, Microsoft have a plan, and Microsoft have been showing off, you know, actual first-party content. Apparently there was God of War at yesterday's State of Play. I don't know, all I saw was Ishin.
Stick around.
But the trouble is, what's coming from Sony? God of War, which will be amazing. Like, it's going to be amazing. I'm not saying that God of War won't be good. It's going to be fantastic. Spider-Man. I mean, that's not for fuck knows how long. What else? And that's my problem. Sony is not showing first-party stuff. Nintendo just had a Direct, which, yeah, had a bunch of third-party stuff as well. But Nintendo does its first-party stuff, and we know what the first-party stuff is. So... Uh-oh, I missed. Yes, good, now I have damage. Goodbye, Soma. You are already dead. You have triggered my Verge of Death card. So now that I'm in crit HP, if I do my EX, Soma dies. Watch the damage I'm about to do with this. I do need to dodge this first, so I don't die. He actually hit me.
Pay attention.
No, I'm not. You have left me fearing for my life. Shit. Neo 22. Yes, please. Actually, they confirmed that... It just got to the good part of the song. They confirmed earlier that not only is Twei having songs in the new theater rhythm, so is Neo Twei.
You really gonna do that?
I'm glad we can't,
you guys
but,
don't
you know, I did have
off,
to check whether we could skip this cutscene or not.
will.
We can't, thankfully.
Do you know how many people
This is such a good,
years?
fight intro.
No. But if you were really that kind
Also,
of
again, amazing final boss
we
thing.
wouldn't have come
like,
down here.
I don't think this would work in Judgment 1, and I don't think Judgment
person
1's Penumbra would work in this. I think both fight themes fit their respective final bosses really well. But after Judgment, I would not have said that there was a track that could have rivaled Penumbra in terms of final boss fight themes. Then Unwavering Belief came along.
But between the both of you,
This drop is fucking
really
gorgeous.
a right answer.
Kaito murder's bad, fuck off. It just builds up the fight so well. For the love of God, Ishin Remake, please do not touch the soundtrack. You can add tracks to it, but please do not touch the soundtrack. Tracks that are already there, they're perfect. Please. So if you're wondering how strong the Warriors Onslaught extract is, watch this. This runs over. Once I go into my EX, I cannot die. The Warriors Onslaught extract is pretty broken. I think Fruba's first complete it's on PC. I hope not, because that means the people testing this game haven't finished it. I'll have a look at my achievement percentage afterwards. I'll have a look at my achievement percentage afterwards, but I don't think I'll be the first. I'll be something like 0.1 or 0.2. But it was pretty fast. You don't want to complete that combo because then you don't get Kamana. Huh. Didn't expect that to happen. Cool. Didn't expect that to happen. Jesus Christ. Actually knocked me out of my combo. First complete Speedrun on PC, more than likely. That's only because I was too sleepy to be able to do Judgment tonight. Although I probably will fire up Judgment just to see if it does have added loading screens, because if it does, I'm probably not going to do a speedrun of Judgment on PC. GG. So yeah, Froob's technical report of the Lost Judgments on PC. Very good PC port. Literally 0 problems with it. For speedrunning, it's slightly slower RTA, but if you want to play these games casually, it's not going to matter to you at all. Very, very good. The game runs as... Oh, I can't skip the credits for the first time. I do need to mute this, otherwise this VOD gets muted, which I do kind of want this VOD, so we get to sit through the credits. As far as, like, the actual technicalities of the PC port, very good. Very, very good. If I didn't know I was playing the PC version, with how smooth it is and how good it is, I would have assumed I was playing the PS5 version. Like, it's just... apart from, like, the extra, very slight load screens that last, like, a second or two longer, this literally plays one-to-one with the PS5 version. It's really good. It's really, really good. So... Judgment probably does have loading screens. Well, here's the thing. The Judgment on PC is actually based on the remaster. So... The ESRB page used... The ESRB page listed it for PC because they're obviously not calling it Judgment Remastered on PC. They're just calling it Judgment. You know. Sensible. Sensible. The reason why it's Judgment Remastered on other things, mainly it's because of the PlayStation 4 original. They wanted to, you know, say to people, hey, this is a much better running version of the game. It doesn't run at, like, 0 FPS. So... On a system that's never had Judgment before, there's no point calling it remastered. Although, fun fact, the Japanese version of Judgment on the Japanese Steam does call it Judge Eyes Remastered. So, you know. so, you know, everything I just said is complete total shite. Just absolute, complete, total shite and malarkey. Yeah. Literally playing through this, 0 problems. 0 problems. Absolutely brilliant. Plays as fun as it does on PS5. Combat is fluid, smooth, beautiful. During this run, we had 0 drops at all, like FPS-wise. Game wasn't hitching at all. No crashes. Always appreciated. Nothing changed. Very good. Everything worked in, like, the tailing segment that we had at the start. Everything worked in the chase segments. Nothing broke. We had 1 or 2 Dragon Engine shenanigan moments that we've had in the console version because, you know, Dragon Engine shenanigans, not PC stuff. So, yeah, very good. Very, very good. If you have been waiting for Judgment and Lost Judgment on PC, this is the version you get. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is. So I hope that if you've been waiting for Judgment and Lost Judgment, that you do enjoy these games, because genuinely, Judgment is in my top 3 RGG games. The OG Judgment. It is absolutely phenomenal. OG Judgment is absolutely beautiful. So, like, for me personally, I think I vibe with OG Judgment's plot a little more. I feel like Lost Judgment's strength is, for me, less its plot and more its characters, because the actual antagonists of this game, Soma and especially Kuana, are fascinating characters, and I think Ihara as well is one of the more intriguing kind of, like, he's not an antagonist in the sense that, you know, you go and fight him, but in terms of, like, antagonists and antagonist characters and his motivations and the reasons why he's doing what he's doing, I think are also, like, very, very different to most characters that you've seen in games. And yeah, I actually really like them. The thing that I don't like about Lost Judgment's plot is the over-reliance on calling back to Judgment too many times. Like, redoing the Sayori section twice, which that bit's bad. The Deus Ex Machina phone call at the end, which was done way better in OG Judgment. It was built up way better in Judgment. It was revealed way better in Judgment, whereas in this game, it's just, hey, I got a phone record. Great. So, yeah. I personally think that this game rides OG Judgment's coattails just a little too closely. Like, a couple of the plot points are just a little too similar to Judgment's, whereas Judgment feels a bit more murder mystery, and I really like that. I really, really like that. So what they did to your boy Hoshino. They completely murdered his character in this game. They didn't murder him, but they murdered his character. Like, he turned into a sexual deviant and a whiny little babby. Terrible. He's more of a baby than Iwami was in 6. So yeah, it does commit a little bit of murder. Yeah, that's the other thing, as Lon says, though. I think that, especially Dragon Engine, if we're talking especially Dragon Engine, I think that Lost Judgment nails, both in the main game and the DLC, which I think you'll see in a second. I think we can do Kaito. Especially in the main game and Kaito's DLC, they've nailed the brawler combat. Like, I know there's a lot of people who felt like the brawler combat didn't work too great in 6 and K2, and I would agree. 6 was a little weird and felt a little undercooked. K2 feels real good with weapons. It still feels decent with brawler, but it just feels a little better weapon-wise. But Judgment, OG Judgment, that's where they got it. That's where they got there. OG Judgment, they had obviously the juggling and stuff like that, which I really like in the speedrun, because like we juggle a lot in speedrun for damage purposes and stuff like that. But Lost Judgment allows you to change your styles at any point on the fly. It also starts you with max combo speed, and it also doesn't flinch you when you're attacking enemies. Those 3 things alone, as additions to the start of Lost Judgment's combat, is so good. You can do so many amazing combos in Lost Judgment. The downside is you do stop doing damage at a point, because they made it, to balance it out, they made it so that if you've been juggling an enemy long enough, you stop doing damage. But if it wasn't for that, and even with that, Lost Judgment's combat almost becomes like a combo style game. You know, your Devil May Cry's and stuff. Because, like, the combo stuff that people do in, like, the Yakuza games and OG Judgment is really impressive, but the stuff you can get up to in Lost Judgment is almost a step above. Like, it is absolutely fantastic. So I genuinely think that Lost Judgment, they managed it. And here's a good thing in D is two-handed heavy weapons. Yeah, even in OG Judgment, like, we use those quite a bit if we can, because they're really good at, like, even if they don't do, like, a huge amount of damage, they're good at clearing out enemies. They do genuinely pretty good damage anyway. Like, so. Yeah, exactly, Pure Scala. Like, it's just, they did not know what to do with Hoshino in this game. redeemed a little bit in Kaito's DLC, but they did not know what to do with the guy. So, what time we're looking at here? 1:56 in-game time, which is still, obviously, with any cutscene adds to it, so those end credits would have added to it, but that's not bad. Sub 2 in-game, 4.1%. Legend, premium venture, premium new game plus, 1,000 yen. Beautiful. The cycle is broken. Yeah. Do I have? Where are we? View global achievements. 3.1. 3.1% of players have finished this game. Of those who own it. So there you go. That's actually higher than I expected. There are other speedrunners out there. There are other people speeding through the video game. Tell me. 2 seconds. Need to apply Snake to Kalon. I've got all my extra bonuses. I'm stunned that actually went through because that shouldn't have gone through. I should have got hit there. I need to reapply Snake. Do this. Yeah, I should have seen that hitting me. I'm gonna have to do this, unfortunately. Oh, he managed to connect. Come on, Amon. I've got to reapply Snake immediately or I lose in this fight. Yep, I need to reapply Snake to stop him from going aggressive whenever I attacked him. Yep, Amon just messed me up there. Cool. You know I'm doing Super Amon quickly. Not number one, nope. Not number one. Shit, dodged it a long time. It's important I get my attack speed for Amon. Hey, now, fuck you. If you're wondering what I meant by the combat stuff, this is what I mean. Wow, you actually managed to get that off. Fuck you. Amon. Amon's fucking me. Hey, can I get my thing? Thank you. Sometimes the parry doesn't work. That's the Dragon Engine thing. I'm gonna get hit by that. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I'm just absolutely gonna get hit by that. There's nothing I can do. Not the combo I want to do, but it'll work. Yep. He's busy. He's busy. Good old Super Amon. He's busy. Haven't strike. Haven't strike. There we go. I'll do the rest of these at another point because these are actually really cool. But yeah, easy peasy. Hello, Kaito. Oh, that just gives me that. Okay. Premium adventure. Additional credits. PC version development team. PC version development team. That doesn't look like Q-Lock to me. I don't think this is a Q-Lock port. Neat. MC Bolton, thank you for the 25 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, this potentially doesn't look like a Q-Lock. This looks like a in-house. Neat. No wonder it feels pretty good. No wonder it actually feels pretty good. It looks to be in-house. Sweet. Unless of course Q-Lock are about to appear. Let's find out. Let's find out. Hold on. Waiting for it. Explains a few issues, right? I've definitely had less issues with this than I have some of the Q-Lock stuff. Sega PC version project management team. Yeah, this is in-house. This is in-house. This is absolutely in-house. Sweet. Yeah, no wonder this feels real good. This is definitely a very, very good port of this game. Like, very, very good. Sweet. Nice. Because I thought it would be Q-Lock after, you know, Q-Lock did the Stadia version of Judgment. So, yeah. Yeah. It's in-house. It's not Q-Lock. Good. Excellent. Yeah. It's not Q-Lock. It's in-house. This'll only take an hour. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'm gonna do our ad run now, because otherwise it's gonna start during the run. Actually, no, it just finished, actually. Interesting. I'm just gonna go use the loo real quick, and then we'll do a quick round of Kaito, because it's only an hour long for the run. So let me grab a fresh drink, and I'll be right back. Alright, I just remembered I need to change the language for Kaito, don't I? Okay. Audio language. Japanese is faster for Kaito Fast. Despite the fact that the main game is faster in English, Kaito is faster in Japanese. Fun, that. It's really bizarre how it's literally different between the two. Like, it's so bizarre. Where are we? Lost Judgment, Kaito Files. Beautiful. I'll just do this layout. I don't have a good layout for this. Where's my Kaito notes? I know I've got Kaito notes in here somewhere. I shouldn't need them, but yep, there we are. Okay, cool. Alright, Kaito time. Let's do this. I love how you start with Legend on Kaito as well. That's neat. Alright. Let's see how Kaito runs. 3, 2, 1, go. Finally vocal enough as a community to shun Q-Lock as good porters. Maybe. Maybe. I actually genuinely think it's a shame, because I do think that back in the day, a couple of years ago, Q-Lock were actually really good. When Q-Lock were doing Capcom ports, those ports were actually really good. Those ports are actually genuinely really good, so I'm not quite sure... I'm honestly not quite sure what happened. Shrug. Also, again, all of these chase sections are exactly the same in terms of the inputs. So they'll always be the same each time. And Kaito also now just pushes people out of the way because he's Kaito. Which is great. Next 2 game starts with chases. To be fair, Lost Judgment starts with a tailing, and LAD starts with a chase. So, who knows? Next, it will be a tailing. Whoops. I made Kaito go on his ass, my bad. I absolutely refuse to speedrun a first playthrough of any RGG game, despite the fact that obviously Ishin will not be a technically first playthrough, because it's a remake. It will definitely be essentially the first playthrough. It will also be exceptionally different. It will actually be exceptionally different in terms of what is going to be good and what is going to be bad compared to OG Ishin. So absolutely 1010% full playthrough. So Hitchy is doing in his retirement. I'd believe that. I'd absolutely believe that. Okay. So, this is Kaito. Kaito's fighting style might look a little familiar if you're a fan of the Kazuma Kiryus. So I can hit that guy as well. I want Sender to go down so that I don't get his EX, which, yep, worked out nicely. Please go. War. Shame this guy was on the floor, because that was a good fight otherwise. The Kaito Files is less than an hour long. This is a nice short run. It's pretty speedy. If I remember what to do, which I don't. Which I definitely don't. That load screen is definitely a new one. So yeah, I definitely think it's Denuvo causing these load screens, so. Oh well. It's a shame. Hopefully we can get a load remover, because a load remover would be great. If you're wondering where Yagami is here, he's gone off to fight a bear. Alright. Don't worry about it. He's gone off to fight a bear, don't worry about it. He went full Yakuza 5, you never go full Yakuza 5. Okay, we're gonna head to Bartender. So, Kaito's DLC mostly takes place in Kamurocho. The very end of it will take place in Izaki Jincho, but we won't get the chance to walk around. It's just mainly Kamurocho. There's a couple of cats, and you might hear Kaito sniffing as we run around. There's, as part of, like, Kaito's, like, abilities, he doesn't have any of the gadgets that, Yagami does, so instead he uses his senses, like, you know, sound, sight, smell. We're actually going to be upgrading our sense of smell at one point to be able to get a special hidden item. Anyway, this is Kiryu Sadamoto. We like to call him Knife Daddy. You'll find out why we call him Knife Daddy in about 45 minutes. Here's Higashi in an apron. That's the most important piece of content from this video game. Thank you. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Bad menu. Bad menu. Restart the run. Restart the run. So, in Kaito's DLC, a majority of the shops and their inventories have changed. So the safety belt that we got in a different shop is now in this pharmacy, which we buy because it gives us 5% attack. We don't buy the wristbands because we're going to be getting those wristbands in a little bit. Oops, skills, attack. I gotta remember where everything is in terms of menus for the skill stuff, because I absolutely don't. It's been way too long. So. And let's head down to the bottom. Okay. We get Kaito's second fighting style. This is Tank, which you might recognize as a certain beast style from Yakuza 0. It's that there's a little bit of a difference to this beast style in that Kaito doesn't throw the weapon at the end of the combo, which I actually think is better. I actually like it a lot. I only lost a second, and I did mess up my menu. I could have saved time. Curious. Curious. Kaito Files might not be much slower on PC. Do I remember what to look at here? So this is Mikiko, one of the best written characters that RGG have done in terms of female characters. They still have a few issues with her towards the end of the game, but for now she's very, very good. She's very, very good. I need to get my nose out. Oops, I moved too far away. If you move too far away... Wait, who haven't I looked at? Oh yeah, there you go. It's actually not her eyes that you look at, it's just her blouse then box. Blouse then box. I remember. Oh, no. Blouse then box. Box then blouse. Box then blouse. Idiot. Whoops. Whoops, never mind. This fight kind of sucks. This fight is really annoying. There's like one enemy that has a whole bunch of HP, and a whole bunch of other normal enemies. We want the guy with a bunch of HP to die. We're obviously going to grab this bike because we are literally pretending to be Kiryu from Yakuza 0. I would like to hit him with that heat attack to stop him doing his actual Heat move. Not the best fight. Actually, I wanted to be in tank for the next fight. May have been a mistake. Actually, no. Yeah, I do. I want to be in tank for the next fight. Whoops. Never mind. Yeah, because it's the Deadly Dance next, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this kid turns up and proclaims that he's actually Kaito's son. That's a curious one. So we're going to help him find his mother, who is unironically Mikiko. So off we go. Oh, if you don't like flashing white lights, by the way, or bright white lights, look away right now. I assume it's still going to be the same. Christ, yes. And again. Okay. You can look back now. Or not yet. That was a long load. Now you can look back. Jesus. I hate that bit. I have to look at him, then listen at him. Then we took out his earphones, we'll now grab this megaphone, and Kaito will just yell at the guy. Also, the nice thing about Kaito's DLC, much like the main Lost Judgment, is you get given a lot of skill points. You get given a lot of skill points, it's great. This should be attack and Deadly Dance. Grab the bike, hopefully they stay together. Attack level 2. And Deadly Dance. This makes our damage with weapons, specifically furniture, much higher. I did want to hit them with a set of light attacks, so this was a mistake. Worked out. Worked out, somehow. I wanted to light attack them. They were in a good position together, but at least I didn't knock them too far away from each other, so that's important, I guess. Right, we're going to go to East Side Boulevard. The Champion District. Actually, we might not get that many load screens in Kaito's DLC because we're not actually leaving Kamurocho. We're not leaving Kamurocho, so we might not get as many load screens. Anyway, I need to do very specific combo here against this guy on the left to stop him attacking, which is not on tank. I was hoping that I'd be able to hit that guy in the middle of that combo, but that's still fine. That's still okay. I don't particularly want to do the heat attack because it is, despite the fact it does a lot of damage, it's actually slower than just continually comboing. It's a shame. Run down here, speak to this lady, and then I'm going to level up my nose. So, skills, Promonos, and EX Promonos. This allows me to find super hidden items, which we're going to go and find over on Tenkaichi right now. There's a really good set of equipment, or like gear, that we can find in the dumpster at the side of Serena. No joke. Demonic Fundoshi. We get 2,000 skill points, and I get a underwear piece that I believe ups my attack by 20%. It's a lot. Oh no, it's a fight spawn. I'm afraid. I'm not actually, because this is a cutscene. There it is. I was wondering why something was missing for a second there, and it was that thing that was glowing. Well, that thing's called a memory. The memories allow us to unlock skills, so they are very important. We're going to actually grab one coming up in a little bit. This kid's lost a cat. We're going to find a cat for her, which we go through this lift and go to the basement. Over here and speak to the cleaning lady, and the cat is on the right hand side. To get the cat down from the roof, we use the drone. Oh, yep. I didn't hit X fast enough. And there we go. Speak to the cleaning lady again, we get the information that we need, and then Sender's gonna turn up again, so we've got to deal with Sender again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here, go into my EX for a little bit of extra damage, change to tank, grab the sign, and start swimming. Strong attacks are good for the ads, which I probably should have done more of. For Sender, I'm just going to hit him with strong attacks until he gets down to a certain HP value, at which point, well, I was going to use the last hit as a heat attack, but oops. Do you mind, Sender? Thank you. I don't want him to do his EX. That would be pretty bad. So you can already see the combat in Kaito's speedrun is more involved than Lost Judgments, which is nice. Okay, let's go to park. Yep. You might have looked at that and thought the other taxi would be closer to the story point, and you'd be right, but as I said earlier, we're actually going over here for a specific reason, which is that memory on the door. Please. Please, let me go, Kaito. I must go and finish the story. Run to the right. We want to look at this box right here. Please, video game. That does that sometimes. Take the number, look at the phone. Number the moving box, and there we go. Cool. Pink Street. Pink Street. Let's go over to Senryo. I smelt something, but it's fine. Whoops. Alright, now time for set piece. You might recognize this place if you've played OG Judgment. This is indeed KJ Art. The exact same place. It's actually a really clever way to reuse this. So, here's one very big difference between Kaito and Yagami. This isn't skippable. The next one is. Kaito does stealth sections very, very differently in a very, very good way. Look at that door. Oops, this door. Listen to this door. So, we can skip this one, which is nice. We can't skip the rest of these, but basically, we've got a little bit of stealth sections with Kaito here. It's not too bad. You have to run into the room to get that story trigger. And then this way. My dude. For this floor, I want to run to the left to avoid the hiding spot, but also... I messed it up. Also to avoid this guy. So this is what happens if you get caught as Kaito. You actually get a QTE instead of an instant game over. And if you do the QTE, Kaito just knocks the person out. The downside, and this is a genuine shame, Kaito won't do that to the cops. Which... that is a genuine shame. No cops aren't bad. Smell this door. Smell this door. It's important that you smell that door. Because now we can tell someone's smoking on the other side. This is still unskippable, so yep, still like the console version. Where's my thing of what I need to do in here? Enhanced reversal, Gori Gori, bruiser, cross. I'm gonna equip the equipment. I forgot to get the wristbands. Okay, that's gonna be a little less damage. That's a shame. Look at this door. This door. Listen to this door. Listen to this door. Turn around. And do the thing on this door. Okay. What you also don't want to do is you don't want to run straight into these doors. Because if you run straight into these doors, you saw that animation of me, like, opening an invisible door. That's if you run straight into the door. So instead, we will casually saunter in. And then go. It's literally only like half a second, and you just do that. So what are we doing? Enhanced reversal, Gori... oh, wait. Yep. I've literally forgotten where anything is. Enhanced reversal, rage. Where are we? Gori Gori. Actually, I want gripping, don't I? It's a bit earlier than usual, but it's fine. It's a bit earlier. It's fine. Suck it, doll. Excuse me. You know what you've forgotten to do? Usually you put your wristbands on there as well, but I forgot to get them. Here, avoid the hiding spot there and run into this guy, at which point we do this. Yeah, PC version is very good. PC version is very, very good. PC version is very, very good. A little slower for real-time speedruns, but when we get a load remover, it'll be fine. So... and yeah, I'm not surprised about Ishin not having a dub. I'm a little upset, but I'm not surprised. So we're going to try and launch Fudo with this combo. Didn't want to use this style, but at the same time, using this chair isn't too bad. I'm actually going to interrupt him if I can with Thingy, which I didn't do properly. Ooh, you dragon engine. Unfortunate for me. I did not need him to bounce off that. Oh. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so for this bit coming up, we just run straight over the road. So we just head into this bit here. We have to put a disguise on, which we're going to do right in front of the person who's actually tailing us, so that's a little weird. And now we want to taxi to Theatre Avenue. A little closer than West Shichifuku, just a tiny bit. A man is standing on that lamppost. Sir? You miscreant. You absolute miscreant. This isn't too bad. I don't think this time loss is fully from the PC version, you know. I don't know why I left. You don't need to leave here. Yeah, I don't think this time loss is fully PC. I think this is mostly my bad play in this chapter. So that's interesting. I think Kaito is actually somewhat... It's not, like, fully parity with console, but it's, like, pretty damn close. So that's interesting. Anyway, sniff the door. That is not our cigarettes. Go outside, get the drone out. Try and hit the corner. That works. That's good enough. If you can hit the corner of the window, you can actually get that a little quicker. Cleaning lady. Yeah, we're definitely losing a little time because of the PC port. But I actually lost more time due to playing just badly, to be honest. There we go. Cool. Okay, not bad. Like father, like son. All right. Now we get the visual novel section. Go back to sleep. Start stuff in my face. Everything! Cool. Alright, here we go. This next fight is a pain in the ass, because this next fight, it would be really great if we could get like a two-handed weapon, but unfortunately, we do not have a two-handed weapon. Cleaning lady. This is Shirokaba. Shirokaba is a doctor. Remember that. Shirokaba is a doctor. Look at the bag. Look at the photograph. Look at the bag. And the dates. It took me a long time to remember those options for some reason. Here we want to do every single dialogue option. And there we go. Beautiful. That's all for now. Now it's time for a fight. It's time for a big fight. Judgment, same as Yakuza, yep. Thanks for the luck, Taurus. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to try and launch this lad. Oh, that sucks. Kaito doesn't have a way to get up off the ground quickly unless he's in his EX mode. That's weird. Oh, heck you for guarding that attack, my dude. I didn't input the last hit though, that's interesting. Okay. Yo, please don't have the music bug here, because there's placeholder music in this game for this next boss, which is actually Hammerers from Judgment. Still there. Still there. Still there. That's a shame. Kenmochi's theme absolutely fucks. It's so good. Thank you, Kenmochi. That's a shame. Kenmochi's theme is really good. Alright, so the QTs here go in order. Always the same. Circle. Triangle. Square. Triangle. Circle. Shame. I love Kenmochi. It's a shame when his theme doesn't play. God, Kaito is amazing. I love every interaction between these two. They're so good. Bonk. Hey, back to Kamurocho. Now we're gonna get a couple of skips coming up. Actually, no, not for the first part, second part. Bleeding. Heck, the status effects in this DLC, it cost me so much time. So, Kamurocho's on fire, go to Tenkaichi. Does bug even exist? It just does. It's a shame, sometimes the music just doesn't load. So instead it plays Hamura's theme. It's just a shame. You'll hear Kenmochi's theme coming up. You will hear Kenmochi's theme, don't worry. When was my next level up? Oh, right, it was in that last fight. Whoops. Oh, a bit late for this. Go, now I get attack speed. Bad fight. Bad fight. Very bad fight. 2 then 1. That's what I need to remember. But yeah, you get to hear Fog again. This is such a good background track. FOG on the Lost Judgment OST. Also, if you were wondering from the Judgment and Lost Judgment cutscenes playing as Kaito, yes, you have the dropkick. It's good. It's good. Shame, push him to the side. Would have been quite quick if I had, but oh well. Any baby supposed to sound like a rugby ball? In cutscenes, none. As Kaito, lots. Kaito just demolishes people. It's great. I'm hoping for this guy I don't push him in a specific direction, because I'd like the bench that's there to stay there, but yeah, we're going towards it, which is a shame. So on that bench for the second phase of play, I'm missing every hit, and that really sucks. Oh god. That's bad. Should have just changed back to my other style, to be honest. That's terrible. That's terrible. Ishin remaking the OST. I hope they don't touch Ishin's OST. Ishin's OST is really, really good. I don't mind them adding tracks, but I don't want them to change any of the tracks that are in the game currently. I think that the tracks in Ishin just fit it better, like fit it really well thematically. The trouble is all the Kiwamis have like actual change soundtracks, which is a shame. Because Ishin's themes are brilliant. I'd be very upset if they change Izo's theme and the final boss theme. Taxion over Tenkaichi Street. I'd be very upset if they do. Like, I really like the OST in Ishin. I think it's one of IGG's best. Okay, so we do actually this time properly maybe have actual skips coming up. So this is what we like to call cop skips, and bloody hell they're hard. If these fail, I am going to get a game over. So, you know. Yeah, thank you for turning around that way. I don't have to stop moving at this point. As soon as we get on the stairs, we can run. First floor, up to the second floor. We're hoping that the position of this policeman is in a good place. It probably isn't. It is. Oh, wow. That way, I didn't have to run to the elevator because of that. So for this one here, we need him to see us, and then we run. Because that interrupts his animation, which gets him to turn around. That still works. Fantastic. Which means Cop Skip 2 is going to work, and that's a problem, because Cop Skip 2 is bloody hard. This cop stays until you get to this bit right here. We're going to have to push our way past this guy, which is a pain in the ass and can get us caught with a game over. We do have a way to deal with that, but oh god, this is bad. If I actually fail to get past this cop, we're going to get game over, and we're going to lose like a minute. But I have to see whether cop skip actually works or not. So as soon as you get to this bit, we go into the hiding spot, throw the coin, which is going to keep him preoccupied, and run around the corner. It works. Cop skips work. Cop skips work, folks. I hate that skip. I found that skip, and I hate that skip. That saves us a good 15 seconds. That actually saves us a good chunk of time. I goddamn hate that skip. Past this guy. I wanted to run a bit later because I accidentally walked around that corner a bit earlier than I would have liked. I absolutely hate cop skip. Oh god. 413625. Oh, listen to the hard drive. That's right. I don't know how Kaito hears a burnt hard drive, but good for you, Kaito. Turn back. Grab the crowbar. Oops. Keep forgetting that's not skin ball. Grab Kenmochi's business card. Look at the drawer. Use the crowbar. 413625. 413625. 413625. My bad. Oop. Cool. Cross-reference this photo with the list of the deceased, and there we go. Bit slow, but that's fine. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we don't do any more. Yeah, we don't do any more level ups, do we? We've got everything that we need. Cross-strike would be nice, but not necessary. There's your one Tsukumo cameo for this DLC. There's that guy. Okay, now comes a painful bit in this DLC. We're going to be going and doing the tail segment coming up. Now, the downside to this is that this tail segment lasts a good 7-ish minutes. The upside is we actually have speed tech for this. We're actually, if we do this properly, going to skip multiple minutes. Now, weird load screen. Provided I don't mess up my positioning here, we shouldn't have Kenmochi see us until way later. Just in case, I'm going to hide, just in case, you know, they change something. But I know the points when Kenmochi is going to turn around, so I know when, you know, I have to hide. Which I have to hide on this car. I'm a bit late at the minute. He won't turn around here, but he will in a second. Double check. There is no... Yeah, there's no more. There's no more. There's no more roll-ups. The reason I'm not leaving the hiding spot... He's turned around, so yep, this is working exactly like it does on the console version as well. Beautiful. Kenmochi's gonna walk off. The tail segment's in Lost Judgment. In the original Judgment, where if your target's partner saw you as well, you could get caught, but you don't actually have to worry about your target's partner seeing you as well in Lost Judgment. It's just your main target. Because her AI goes a little weird at times, and sometimes she can turn around. Again, just gonna chill. Skip isn't in this bit, it's the bit after this bit. So just let Kenmochi go ahead for a little bit. Hide behind this box. It doesn't matter if you hide behind this box or the sign on the right, but this box allows you to hide here and see more of where he's going, so this is a little bit nicer. It doesn't matter if you go behind the sign, but this one just gives you a little more breathing time, which is nice. My neck. And we're just going to let him carry on. He's not going to turn around again in this part. Unless I make a mistake like walking into this cone or people, for example. Or his AI breaks. That's another thing. So he should just walk straight down to the very end. His AI might turn around here, so I'm actually going to hide next to this vending machine because I'm a little worried. Yeah, should be good now. The NPCs were pushing him about a fair bit. So the next point to go to the next stealth section is behind this van. So we're just being careful not to get too close for him to turn around. Beautiful. So our first skip is coming in this part here. We're not going to leave just yet, because if you leave early, he actually turns around earlier. So we're just going to chill for a little bit. gets a certain distance. Now leave. He's going to look at an accident on the left-hand side, at which point he's going to be preoccupied. Because of that, we can run around to the right. And by doing this, we can actually go straight over here, because for some reason, this section is actually considered a area trigger, which allows us to just walk straight into the area and trigger this fight. Ah, my bike pushed me away. Come on. I know there's one around this corner that I'm trying to hit with a strong attack, so I can take him out. Not the best fight. We do want to stay on Bruiser. We still want to stay on tank for this bit. Can't skip this cutscene until that happens. This tailing segment is actually a bit nasty. He's not in front of us. He's actually to the right. There you go. Okay, they didn't fix this lovely bug. This looks like I've just slid off to the right and that I'm standing up. I'm actually hidden behind the car. If you watch the animation when I get out from behind the car, you'll see that I just randomly stand up. We are technically hidden at this point. We're not going to get seen. With 0% notice, I can go very, very fast with the last section. Go very, very fast with the last section. So Kenmochi's going to turn around this corner. So again, there you go. I'm not too worried about having to go too fast, because he won't turn around here. There you go. Or he won't like disappear too fast. He's not gonna turn around again unless again I make any kind of like mistakes in my movement and stuff. So we're just gonna follow reasonably paced behind Kenmochi. We're then gonna get to this van, which is the next trigger point for the next stealth part, and that's gonna be our second stealth skip, and it's going to be very, very good. So I've had enough of this stealth malarkey. I'm out. So as long as I can stay at about 55, it'll be good. 55, 58, yeah. We're not in red. That's the important part. If I was in red, we'd be in a bit of trouble, but being in orange is fine. We're going to run and use this bike. I was really hoping that would hit this guy again, but it didn't. I want to stay in tank for my next fight as well. A little bit of a slow fight at the end, but otherwise decent fight. Wait for it. As soon as he goes, ugh, then he's dying and we can just carry on. Run down here because Kenmochi is over here. Don't move. Can we get the camera zoom in? We probably can. Yes. We don't want the camera zoom in, but essentially we want to wait and watch Kenmochi. You can move forward a little bit, but it's a little bit tricky if we do. Because we're at 58% caution, we're in orange, he's going to turn around more frequently. Such as this one coming up here. Which if he was in green, he wouldn't turn around here. But literally this turnaround more than makes up for the time that we save by, you know. There you go. More than makes up for the time that we save via, you know, not being here. He's going to turn around again at the very end, which is where the final destination point is. So we just have to follow, again, behind, being careful not to walk into people or objects. But again, he's going to turn around, so we don't have to go fast. We are literally okay. I'll turn around one more time. Don't worry. Don't go too fast here. Oh, he turned... That was early. That was very early. Interesting. Okay. Not a bad thing. Interesting. That actually works out nicer, I think. For this fight, hopefully, we can grab this potted plant and use it against all four of these enemies, because it just takes them out instantly. It's actually kind of hard to do the angle for that. Like, it's very easy to mess it up. Once again, this amazing background track. Please speak to Sender. We got to the next floor, and very importantly, turn around and grab this. That is an accessory that gives you an absolutely huge attack buff that costs about 150,000 yen at Ebisu. And you can just get it for free! Unbelievable. I want to break the table, which is a shame, but it's fine. But as long as I get the potted plant and attack this guy with it. What you get? with one hit, but that's fine. Kaito just demolishes people. We want to hopefully be in our other style going into the next fight, but oh well. It's fine. Just remember to change in the next fight. Oh yeah. End of the room. Boss fight time, and as I said, you'll get to hear Kenmochi's boss theme. There it is. Launch Kenmochi. Or not. I'm at least glad we didn't go into the back, because if we go into the back, it's a lot harder to, like, launch Kenmochi. Oh, you did that way earlier than I was expecting. This ain't going great. I have not launched Kenmochi once. Bad Kenmochi fight. Damn. Damn, really bad Kenmochi fight. I was wondering if that was gonna lag on the PC version. Because it lags on the Xbox version, apparently. Also, Samloads are one of the best QTEs that RGD have ever put out coming up here. This is genuinely so good. You just stare down for like a second. It's so good. It gets 3 squares and a triangle. Yeah. And that's that. Such a good fight. I love that fight. It's really good. As PC version is very, very good. For speedrunning, not so much. There's a slight little bit of extra second to each load. But in terms of like actual performance of the PC version, it's really, really good. And obviously when we get a load remover, those slight seconds to the loads won't matter. So this PC version is very, very good. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought that I was actually playing the PS5 version. I have played the PS5 version a lot. Like upwards of nearly 200 hours. Alright, it's time to start infinitely pile driving people. You're wondering what I mean by that. Don't worry. You'll see. Hope I can grab the vase, because sometimes it breaks. Good shit. I'd like to hit Igarashi first. I kind of moved him away from the corner that I wanted him in, but it's fine. Heat attacks are free good damage with the weapons in here. I should have gone for Sender. I thought he'd break out of that a bit quicker. Pile drive, 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 everybody. Pile drive, pile drive, pile drive, pile drive, pile drive, pile drive. Where's your HP threshold? It doesn't exist. Piss off. What an ending. 60 FPS Lost Judgment? I mean, I've done 60 FPS Lost Judgment on PS5. It feels exactly the same. Feels exactly the same. I could go above 60, but for the sake of speedrunning, we are absolutely, after all the Dragon Engine shenanigans we've had, locking it at 60 FPS from the beginning. So for the sake of speedrun purpose, testing and stuff, that's why it's locked 60. But you can go above 60 if you play the game yourself, but for speedrunning purposes, I've locked it at 60. Because we are not going above 60. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Okay, so the finale is actually quite a long set piece, but your time in Kamurocho isn't too long. So we got a text from Shirakawa. We're just going to leave. We're not going to go and have a chat. You can have a chat with Shirakawa if you want, but we're not going to. We're then going to get a text from Yagami. Yagami's finished fighting bears. He's going to come back after his little weekend off in a moment. Or tomorrow. For now, we've got to go and get hospitalized. So, speak to Sender. Is it the right D-pad option for this one? Yes. I'm glad I remembered. Always pause too early. Yikes. My bad. Okay. Destroy evidence. Hard drive. Kyoya Sadamoto. He is Knife Daddy. Man likes his knives, as again, you'll see. So we're gonna go and take down this guy before murders happen. Murder's gonna happen. So we're gonna go to Izazaki Ejincho, where he's at a big banquet at the Big Hotel. If you've ever seen the Big Hotel in LAD or Lost Judgment, and you thought, why don't they use it as a set piece? Fun fact, here they are. I'm gonna put on disguise because that's gonna make the time here go enough that I can actually look at the waiter early. Damn it, I looked at the guy goes instead. So we need to get ourselves a waiter's uniform, but what we're gonna do first is we're going to go over to the bathroom, because when you get the lead, you go over to where to find the waiter, and unfortunately the door's locked. So we need a key, which is that key there. So this is just more efficient in terms of routing, in terms of getting the key and then being able to carry on with this part. We're going to speak with these two right here. We're going to tell us that there is an off-shift waiter who is very, very scary in the break room, which is what we need the key for. So we're going to head into our smoking room here and find a old friend. Poor guy. Hello, Tashiro. Launch him. I let him go from that combo, that's my fault. That's bad. So if he uses the X, yeah, I'm gonna lose a bunch of time. Not a great fight, sadly. That was my fault. That was absolutely my fault. Poor Tashiro. But with the Japanese dub, you can actually skip his entire intro, which takes like a good 10 seconds in English. So that's why we play in Japanese. There's one more that has a quicker start in Japanese as well, but that fight is mainly one of the big reasons as to why we play Kaito Files in Japanese for the speedrun. Speak to Lady, and then, unfortunately, designated friend of Lady. And that should be the end of that. We now go to the toilet. Find a guy passed out. And here we go again. So hopefully I can get a good combo going here. So this is Nishio 2. So you can see that I'm style swapping to be able to not fall down on the ground as fast. How are you alive? Dude. And again. Nice double. Very nice double. Hit the guy on the ground again, that would have been really nice. He's not getting up, which I should have done a heat attack, honestly. I should have done heat attacks that would have done more damage than just that combo there. Oh well. Okay, start with the guy on the right. He has a HP bar, so he's the more annoying. So we take care of the guy on the left first. This guy aggroes and becomes infinitely more annoying to deal with. Shame he's guarding against all of this. Hit. That's fine. My timing was off. But yeah, Kaito's combat involves a lot of, like, quick step cancelling and also, obviously, juggling, which is really satisfying to pull off. There is a timing element to it. I'm messing up most of my timing element right now. I should have cross strike on, to be honest, when I'm changing to tank. That's bad. You can go away. That's on my part again. That's fine. We still did good damage. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Could have done that a little better, but not too bad. God, I love this background track. I'm so glad they... Usually I'm not happy about, like, reused music from main to, like, DLC stuff, but honestly, this track fucks and you only get to hear it for a minute in Lost Judgment. It's good. Anyway, stealth section time. You already know the drill with the stealth section. We're not doing the stealth section. Whee. Hello, this is stealth. Downside to this, it's going to use up a lot of our HP. Have a downside to this. Here come gun enemies. So we're gonna have to heal once we do this. Because there is a very high chance we die in the next room at this HP value. It's not too bad HP value, but we are probably gonna die. So we're absolutely taking a safety heal here. Congratulations, stealth complete. We'll start this next fight in hopefully tank. Oh hey, this guy has a gun. Table. You can focus on the main guy with a gun if you want, but the more enemies you take out, the quicker it will get to the next fight to spawn in. Which isn't a bad thing because it's a bunch of enemies. I would like a table in my hand for when that happens. I'm breaking all of the tables that I would like to keep for the second part of this room, which is not good. Most of them are broken. The chairs on the side in most of the Yakuza games, those chairs don't have good attack patterns. Ow! But in this game, actually, they do. Just in case. They actually have really wide spread, which usually they don't, so it's kind of nice. These are the last enemies. Take that as quickly as possible. This guy is still alive from the very beginning. Okay. I don't know where I grabbed the plant from, but you know what? That works. Unfortunately, I wanted to be in my other fighting style at the end of that fight, so I should have changed over to that, but I didn't. Alright. And now we have the, smiling emoji quotation marks final boss. Which is the discussion that we have with Kenmochi. So I have Kenmochi. That's me asking. There's no incident. Kenmochi realizes that maybe his complete alcohol addiction was not a good thing. Has a bit of a midlife crisis. And then we fight Knife Daddy. Hell yeah. Durability gets reset for mid-fight cutscenes? No, sadly. No, sadly. Otherwise, we could pretty much just take a table and continually spin with it. Which would be really cool and really fun. But nah, sadly not. Because that's actually really cool in 6 for like 2 or 3 fights. Like, it's actually really nice. This fight, if you let Kyoya go from your combo in this fight is hard. You can quite easily lose about a minute or 2. I could PB. Looking at my time here, I could PB. My Kaito Files PB was not exactly great. I want to launch Kyoya. To make the exit phase 2 because I don't want to get hit by this. Better than getting hit by that. Is this triangle? This was triangle, wasn't it? Because we hit him. This was triangle, right? This was triangle, right? No, it was X. That's why I waited. Oh shit! I don't remember the combo here. I think it was this into... Yeah. Oh no, it was the other way around. The other way around. It's fine. I I have plenty of EX to just burst through this phase. You don't actually want to use Power Driver Infinite because Kyoya just gets up and fucks you. You would much rather launch Kyoya and try and do a full combo like this. Fun fact, despite the fact that Yagami's combat stops you dealing damage the longer the enemy is in the air, Kaito's doesn't. Actually, I can't PB. Nah, I can't PB. I was hoping I could, but I can't. You might realize that the time is still going, despite the fact that we've killed the final boss with, you know, his dynamic intro and stuff like that. Ads are starting soon. That's unfortunate. Right, out-of-town stuff is the bottom of the list. You literally just played the any percent of this. You know this, you dumbass. You know this, you dumbass. We're gonna go see the doctor real quick. Doctor Who. Considering we can't PB this, I want to watch this cutscene. It's been too long. So, literally, this doctor is acting like a jackass. He's saying we can't take Mikiko home to be our girlfriend because he wants to fight us over her love. Some shite. God, he goes full cringe. And then he does this. And everyone's so fucking surprised. My fucking god. This doctor became fucking jacked. And yes, this is the final fucking boss. A goddamn normal ass out in the country doctor who is jacked as shit. They are fully invested in this. And even Kaito's just like, alright, fuck it. Surprised Kaito doesn't have any ink for how long he was in the, bloody, Natsugane family. Look at this man. He is the most imposing final boss ever. Here's the thing, there's an infinite combo against him. And it works really well against him. This is what we like to call the Pile Driver Infinite. By doing Gripping Pile Driver, Shirakawa, usually, he hasn't here, so I can't do it this time. Usually, he gets up immediately. Sometimes he doesn't, which is a pain, you have to reset. But when he does get up instantly, yup. Ah, he went away, that sucks. But I will launch. Hey, Shirakawa, nice HP you've got here. A 100% full health heal in the middle of the goddamn fight. Oh, nice, I got my speed. Get hecked on, Shirakawa. I went through his EX. Oh my god, I actually burst through his EX. Don't fail any of these QTEs. You fail any of these QTEs, literally, it fails all of them. This is why whenever we run the leaderboards for stuff like this, it's very important that even if the final time is on like the QTE hit like here, it's very important that we see the full VOD, because someone could cut here and fail the fight. But I didn't. Actually, I failed it before. Bigger L than saying that Ishin doesn't need a Kiwami. Hi, Tyrannicide. Thank you so very much for the half a year. Thank you very much. And that's Kaito Files. That's Kaito Files. I really like this. This story DLC is easily, without a shadow of a doubt, the best piece of DLC that RGG put out. It's about, if you do all the side stuff as well, you play it on hard, it's about 10 hours. The story is only 4 chapters long, but it doesn't have any filler to it. It's straight to the point. It explores Kaito's character completely. It's fantastic. And not only is the, like, completely out of left field final fight, this guy, completely amazing with that fight theme. But this ending also is. This is a very different ending than RGG usually give you. I fucking love this cutscene so much. For once in an RGG game, we actually have a happy ending. Like, there are some Yakuza games that you can say, you know, are happy endings, but we actually get an actually wholesome happy ending. Like, so different and so rare. Like, it doesn't happen. Oh yeah, I can't skip the credits. Thankfully, there's no DMCA music in Kaito Files. But I love this DLC. I think that's one of the best DLCs RGG put out by far. It's absolutely brilliant. I love this game. I love this game so much. Like, genuinely fantastic. So, yeah, I love this game. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna head off for tonight because it's 1 in the morning and I've been going for since 8 a.m. this morning. So it's weird. I'm kind of in a little bit of a like second wind period, but I'm also starting to dip just a wee little bit. So I'm gonna head off for now. Hey, remember when you heard Yagami earlier? Would you like to hear more of Yagami right now? Because I'm going to send you over to Greg Chun, who is the English VA of Yagami from Judgment. He's also the English VA for Namba in, obviously, Like a Dragon, and is probably going to be Namba in Like a Dragon 8. It's still so weird to go from Yakuza 6 to Yakuza Like a Dragon to Like a Dragon 8. We've gone from Like a Dragon to Like a Dragon 8. I might start calling LAD 7 at this point, because then it won't feel as weird. Thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with something. Greg isn't actually there. And left the house. Greg, alright, we're canceling Greg. Alright, never mind. Go still watch Greg if, like, in the future. We'll raid Greg up in the future. Greg, what the fuck? Greg, what the fuck? He's leveling his character up. Greg, this is when you play on PC and you just cheat. Fucking Skyrim. Alright, I'm gonna send you over to another friend of the channel instead. If you like Yakuza stuff, oh boy, you'll like Shenmue or something like that. I don't think that's how this works, but that's how this is gonna work. We're gonna go raid up friend PMC Trilogy, who is for the very first time playing the original Shenmue. Good time had by all. Because it's not Shenmue 3. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for something. It might be my first set of speedruns of Dead Rising 2, because I was supposed to do that yesterday, and then I was supposed to do that today. That didn't happen. Have a good evening.